Says we're live now.
Yeah, I need to wait for the one on YouTube to see if we actually go live or not. Is YouTube live? Are we live on YouTube?
I don't know. Let me check. I'll go
Look,
check myself.
Let me send a Discord to everybody.
surprised we
Hopefully.
The YouTube notification from Major Core.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
And
I
that's
see it. It's live.
Guys, I see us.
What's the delay? All right, 2-3 seconds. 3-second
That's it.
delay.
It's all right.
What's up, Kelsey?
Kelsey, what's up, Kelsey?
Long time
Hey,
no
what's
see.
up?
Kelsey.
Oh man, okay. I should change it to. Oh, okay. There you go. Hi, Lee.
Wow. Hey, folks. It's good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Lee, no forever.
Hey, Lee, what's up? It's been a while. We're just gonna wait for a few minutes before we get started here.
Yeah.
Just for the stream and everything to get all stabilized.
Yes. It's
Waiting
digest for a
for-
bit.
Waiting for all our fans to jump in. You know,
Yeah, like all
Patreon and all that. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I
That's
think
right.
they're both here.
one of our
Both of
fans.
them are here already. Yeah,
Been a
Lee,
while.
this
It
isn't
has. It has.
typical. This isn't going to be
Yeah.
one of our typical
Yeah,
topics or shows. That's for sure.
I mean, the title kind of explains it
yeah.
itself. It's not your typical video here on Major Core.
That's fine.
But yeah.
We're allowed
All right,
to
the
do other
stream
stuff.
is stabilized. So
Okay.
so I think we should get started.
Sounds good.
Monkey, you wanna
Lead the way, Monkey.
You want-
Start.
Yeah.
lead the news?
So obviously everybody knows what happened earlier this week with Charlie Kirk getting gunned down, just literally for talking, trying to have discourse with people. Shot by a coward, and then earlier in the next week we had Iryna, or the previous week,
Like the previous week, yeah.
Ukrainian refugee. She fled her country, trying to have a better, safer life here, and some career criminal murders her on the bus while she was on her way home from her job.
And she was just minding her own business. There wasn't any like interaction or anything.
Bunch of people on the bus, nobody did anything to help her,
Yeah.
and she's dead. And I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. And when everything happened with Charlie, I'm trying to contain some stuff, because I think what needs to be said first, more than anything else, is we cannot respond to any of this with violence. No matter how hard it is, no matter how much we want to hit back, we can't. We have to be better than that, or this is going to devolve into something way worse than it already is. And Charlie wouldn't want that. He was a good Christian man, a father, husband. He had an amazing heart, and just wanted to discourse, just trying to have people talk. His setup said, "Prove me wrong." He was willing to listen, willing to talk, and I don't care how many compilations are out there that make him look a certain kind of way. He didn't hate people. He was not a hateful man, and he was not spewing evil, hatred, rhetoric, any of that bullshit that they're saying. There's videos. There's a video that I watched today that I've watched before. I've watched a lot of Charlie Kirk content to learn how to debate people in an intelligent, loving way. He got fired up sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but.
But we're only humans, right?
Right. And people were extremely hateful to him. Obviously, look what happened.
Yeah.
But I posted this on Facebook, on somebody I follows on their page. I just said, I know as a Christian we are taught to turn the other cheek, but it's so hard to keep wanting to do that. I see all these leftists claiming that we don't condone violence. But yes, you do. Who tries to assassinate presidents they disagree with? You. Who violently riots in peaceful protest? You. Who calls for violence against our government when you don't like what's happening? You. You don't get to hide behind false narratives of we don't condone violence when that's how you vote, that's who you choose to support, and with money and volunteering. No, forget that. You all have Charlie's blood on your hands, and worst of all, a lot of you are celebrating it.
Yeah. And
And
here's the thing. A lot of people they're like they pretend like the left has nothing to do with this, but for years the left has been like calling people like Charlie a fascist, and when he's not. So those type of like rhetoric is what fuels some crazy people to like do crazy shit.
Mhm. Well, and I've seen, well, he said that if a couple people died to keep the Second Amendment going, that's the cost of freedom. And well, so I mean,
But
that's he got what he
he's just
deserved. But the people that say that the Second Amendment, they don't even know what that means or what it stands for. The Second Amendment is for us to be able to bear arms against a tyrannical government if that happens.
and
It's
people
for us.
have died, and people have died to make sure that freedom that we got for to have the Second Amendment.
Exactly. And the Second Amendment is for us to protect ourselves if a criminal breaks
Mhm.
into our house. It's to whatever. The Second Amendment is, they're twisting it and turning it into shooting somebody from 200 yards away that you don't agree with their point of view. That's not the point of the Second Amendment.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand the whole purpose of the Second Amendment.
Yeah, and they're
Till this
just
day.
twisting it.
Because without that, gun violence will skyrocket. Because criminals, they don't even obey the law anyways.
Yeah,
They
they're
can
going to
bypass
get
that and
yeah.
bypass background checks and all that and get guns their own way.
But that was
It's,
just kind of my initial.
it's stupid how, and it's also how quickly the Democratic Party like try to like blame it on guns and want to call for like new gun controls and stuff. Like right immediately after Charlie got hit, like they went straight to the gun narrative.
Yeah.
You know, like we gotta like do something about the guns and shit. Like,
But what
come
do they
on,
even
man.
want? Because gun control already exists. There's already control on guns. There's
They want to
background
take
checks. There's all these different regulations in order to get a gun. But none of that's even doing anything because criminals, they always have a way.
Yeah.
Because that's
I mean,
what they do. You
yeah.
break the law. You bypass the law to get things what you want.
You don't care about regulations. You don't care about rules if you're trying to steal somebody's car or break into their house or grape somebody or unalive them. You don't care if it's. You don't care. But like you're saying, Eisen, they're going to get the guns. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then who gets hurt by taking away all the guns? Us innocent, responsible people.
Yeah. You know how many times like people, like not ordinary people, save themselves and their family because they have gun in their home? Like a shit ton of time. Like there are many times where people save their own family because they have a gun in their home because of that's the only way to protect themselves from like people with other people with guns that try to break in.
Yeah.
But they don't talk about that. They only talk about the violence, like oh, look what guns is doing to like other people. They're taking lives and all that stuff. But they never talk about how people are using guns to protect themselves. They never talk about that.
Right. And look what happened to Iryna, right? Like, so what's next? Are they going to take away knives?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a shit ton of stabbings in this country too. So are you going to take away knives?
I mean, to be fair, you can use any pointing objects as a weapon to,
Yeah.
off another person.
Anything
use a
can be
rock.
used as a weapon. Your whole environment, you can use that as a weapon. It doesn't matter.
I mean, if you know
Even-
martial arts, your hands,
Yeah,
Exactly.
And, like,
even if
Exactly.
you're the moment you get to a street fight is do or die. Like your whole surroundings, you can use it as a weapon.
and
Like it doesn't even matter.
I think what's most troubling, well, there's multiple things. Like going back to Iryna, they people, and I'm super thankful to GoFundMe because a bunch of people started GoFundMe's for that scumbag, saying, "Who? First of all, he's a career criminal. He'd been
That,
arrested
that's
14
what I
He's
don't
been
get. That's what
he's
I
been
don't
let
get
go so
about the
many
left
times.
and the Democrat. They always seem to support the criminals,
Right.
like George Floyd or other people,
Because
like
all they
those
see,
like
because
all
all
those people
they
that
see
was
is color.
rioting and destroying the city, and like they support those guys. Like they're always supporting the criminals. I don't get it.
Yeah, my biggest problem is that these criminals that's roaming the streets right now, they always, whenever they get caught, they get let go.
Yep.
And that really pisses me off. It's
Yeah.
like, what's the point of having a justice system if a criminal can get away with it
Right.
and
And
be let go the next day?
most of those states are the blue states also. So
It's
Yeah.
the big cities.
that,
Yeah.
It's a pattern.
that just tells you what they want.
And
Chaos
judges.
and
A lot of people's like, oh,
chaos.
let's not point fingers, but the facts is there.
Yeah.
It's
Well, and
All these
judges.
issues is happening as
it's
mostly from blue
observable.
states.
Yeah.
Judges are supposed to be neutral
Statistics.
people that just uphold the law. They're not anymore.
Hey, what's up, Chloe?
Such thing.
Hey, Chloe.
Every judge has been politicized now. So it's like, if you go to a state, if you go to a city where you have a liberal judge that's light on crime, along with the attorney general, or the prosecutor, or all that, you go and you're going to commit a bunch of crime if that's your inclination, because you're just going to get let out. This guy, like I said, 13 or 14 convictions, multiple violent ones, and then these people start a GoFundMe for him because he's going to be facing racial injustice. By the way, notice that nobody in here said anything about the color of his skin.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what popped into your head, you need to look in the mirror because you're the racist.
That's always been the problem. They see colors. That's
Mhm.
all they see. That's all they'll ever see. Colors.
But big props to GoFundMe for canceling all those and returning the funds that have been donated. And they're like, yeah, no, you can't use this for legal fees and all that. So props to them. Thank you for taking that garbage down, because that scumbag doesn't deserve a penny. He doesn't
how
even
can you-
deserve the public. In my opinion, he doesn't. I mean, he has the right to an attorney. He shouldn't even have one. He shouldn't even be on the streets.
Yeah.
And if
all those mugshots you have already shows that he's just
Well-
he keeps causing trouble each
and
time.
here's the thing, like 14 convictions, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's only 34 years old.
That's like half of his lifespan.
Yeah, he's definitely a career criminal.
It's
And
stupid.
there was absolutely no reason for it. She didn't even really look at him, didn't talk to him, nothing. Just
He did give a reason though.
What was
In the
his-
video. In the video.
You watched the video, like the full video, Monkey?
He said I got the
He
white
said
woman
I got the white woman or something like that
on the video.
on the video. After he killed her, he said, I got the white woman. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And on the video, dude, the video was like very
Graphic.
graphic because
If you
when
seen
it
the whole video,
happens,
man,
when it
it's
happens, like she doesn't
so-
really notice that. Like
Yeah.
she didn't
It-
even
it
notice that
happened
she
so
was
fast.
cut. It happened so fast she didn't notice that, and then like
She was in
a
shock.
few seconds later, and then she just collapsed, and then a pool of blood on the ground.
It's
It's like-
graphic.
Yeah,
Seeing the whole clip and just
because the
started
media
crying and
got
then she
kind of
gets
cut off
down.
where the guy stand up and about to stab her or whatever. The media cut it off, but there is a full clip online. I don't recommend you to go watch it unless you're
Yeah,
curious,
just-
but I don't recommend you to go watch it.
It'll just
Yeah.
make me more.
The
no,
thing
it
about
just saddens me, man.
the thing about her is that her family, like the government over there, wanted to fly her. They said they were willing to take her, pay for all the fees to take her body back over there, but her parents said no, it's okay because she likes the USA because she came here for
'Cause
freedom
they
and all that.
Came here
So
for freedom, yeah.
yeah, so since she loved the U.S. so much, her parents was cool about having her stay here and have her grave
Yeah.
being over here. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like, and not the whole situation, but the fact that it's sad that she passed away because of this stupid thing, but nah, she loves the U.S. and she came here, looking for new life, and then it got cut short. So I don't know. I don't know. What do you say to that? It's stupid. Like it shouldn't even happen, but it happened anyways, for no apparent reason.
And it just
Yeah,
happened so
yeah,
quick.
like-
She was just minding her own business, just
Yeah, she wasn't
catching
like
a ride.
she wasn't even like having eye contact with anybody. She was just there having a ride.
You literally just walk in and sat down, and that's it. Like, and she was on her phone. That's it.
Yeah.
And not a single person lifted a finger.
Well, I don't think.
That's all.
To be fair,
I
don't
think
they
all those people were
know.
also
It
shocked
happened
to hear
so
what
quick. I
happened
don't
because they
think
didn't know what
know.
happened.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
saw.
no.
Because
Some
the
of the
knife,
guys
the
saw
knife,
the blood trail.
the knife the dude has
I know
was
the
a small
blood
knife,
was
and
dripping all over the
when
place.
he was like
She didn't
going
know.
after
People
her,
didn't know.
like people were just thinking like he was trying to rob her or something like that. I think most people were in shock until they saw the blood, because the blood wasn't instant. It was like
The trail
until
later.
he walked away, and then
Yeah.
you
The
start
moment
to
she
see it.
collapsed on
So-
the ground, that's when all the blood started
So
coming out. But
it
even
happened
after
so
this,
fast. It happened so fast that I think even if someone tried to jump in and like intervene or stop it, it's too late because
It's
it
too
was
late.
super fast. It's like
I mean,
he
it
got
was,
up and he just slit her really quickly,
But
like
it was
super
a-
quick.
it was a
three thrusts, I
fatal
heard.
stab.
here's the crazy part. Like all of this could have been prevented if the Democrat were not light on crime.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All of this.
it's because their idea of what do you call it? Their idea of having empathy, right?
Yeah.
Their idea of like being nice to everybody, including the criminal. Their idea that idea is what lead to
Yeah.
letting these criminals go on back
The
on the
problem
street.
is that idea is fine, but they're selective on who they're nice towards.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That means they're biased and they support criminal
And
for
there
the
should
most
also be
part.
limits too.
For
Like,
the
how the
most
hell are you gonna
part.
have 14 convictions? It
And
makes
it
no
all
sense
still
to me.
seems to just go one way, like Democrats are like so racist if you actually think
They
about
are.
it. They always seem to go like one way. They're always defending one
They're-
race over the other.
Far deep and outside they're racist without even knowing they're racist. That's
Yeah.
another thing that pisses me off.
So we're going back to Charlie.
I assume
What was-
everybody here saw the video. 1K.
What was you guys' initial reaction? Because I didn't see the video. Fizzens show it to me. Like he was reposting what Elon
It's
Musk
all
was
over my feed,
posting.
man. I've seen different angles, different shots,
Yeah.
all over the place.
When I first saw it,
Uncensored.
I was like, this is not real, right? This can't be real. It's like one of those things that it just doesn't feel real, you know? Like is this really
that's what
real?
a lot of
you
people
know?
are saying.
Yeah.
'Cause it happened so fast too.
Yeah, that's
It's one of those things
I
that
That
just
was my
snap- you-
initial.
you hear
that
a
was my
snap?
initial reaction, and then when we don't know like his condition, I was like, in my mind, I was like, that's a death shot right there,
Yeah,
because all that blood.
The-
But
I
I
knew
was
he
like
wouldn't make it.
hoping that he would like make it, but in my mind, I knew that was like a crazy death
it was
shot.
fatal. The moment I saw the video, I was like, no, it's sorry, man. That's just rough.
Yeah, I thought it was fake. Not, I thought it was like some sort of weird twisted AI or something at first.
Nah, it's
But I think I was just in shock too. Like,
it's legit. I've seen how
no, it's
Yeah,
100%.
but the initial
reactions
reaction
are.
just doesn't feel real, you know, like there's like it's just crazy to when you think about that initial reaction when you think about it.
that shot and then his flinch and then it's graphic, obviously, but
Yeah.
it just happened so fast. Everyone was
When I
just shocked.
like I said, I think when, like I said, when I was thinking it was AI or whatever, it's because I was in disbelief. I was like, "There's no way this just happened." But
Yeah.
then I saw people being like, "What's up with that ring on his hand? It was on this finger."
Well,
And
his
he
ring.
puts
There's a
his
lot of
hand
stupid
down,
conspiracy theory. There's a
it-
lot of stupid conspiracy
It's
theory.
just
His
a
ring-
fidget thing. He's
No,
just
no. If you actually look, his ring drops. It
Yeah.
doesn't drop to this finger. It's actually just dropped. It
Just
literally
broke.
dropped to.
Yeah.
It broke off and then it drops to the ground. Because if you look at Charlie Kirk's other video, he was playing with his ring, and his ring is one of those things, one of those rings that can pop off. Like,
Yeah.
and instead of sliding out, it can like pop off and then put it back on. So his ring is like one of those rings.
And talking about conspiracies, then you have these people that are saying, well, it wouldn't surprise me if Trump arranged this and did it himself so that it
That's-
made a martyr out of him. But
That
I'm like,
makes no
dude,
freaking sense at
there's
all,
no
man,
freaking
bro.
way. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't trust our government at all. Like, I don't.
It just doesn't make sense.
It
Like
makes. Why would you take out one of your
Your-
biggest supporters?
your biggest supporter that bring the most young voters to you, why would you take him out?
Yeah,
It just makes no sense. And not only that, everything is going good on their side. It's not like everything's going bad, and then you need like you need some kind of event to like boost up your people. Everything was going good on their side, so I don't know. It makes no sense that anybody on the Trump or MAGA side would do this.
No,
It just doesn't make any sense.
none.
And then there's this stupid conspiracy theory where, Charlie Kirk was like trying to stage his own death so he can be like Trump and stuff, but then there's a mistake, so he got actually hit for real. That's the most dumbest conspiracy, stupid shit I have ever read. Like, why?
Well, there's people that think Trump arranged his ear getting shot.
No, but if we're gonna talk about any conspiracy at all, like every single one of them, at least these current ones about this specific situation, all of them came from one side anyway. So what does it matter?
Yeah,
Like you know what side they came from.
It's all bullshit.
we're just gonna say it's the left.
Yep,
Yeah.
it all came from that side. So the only one who's spinning anything
There's
is
a side that
side.
celebrates his death. Not
Yeah,
fucking-
that side.
So yeah, we're gonna go talk about all the people that celebrate his death, which is the worst shit ever. And right now, I'm just gonna say it right now. If you celebrate his assassination, I don't know if I could say that word on YouTube, but if you celebrate him,
You celebrate him being unalive.
yeah, if you
Unalive.
celebrate that, you can just like unfriend me, leave, gone, because we're
want
not the
to
same.
watch.
We're just not the same.
No.
Yeah, if you support that, fuck off.
But here's
Just
the thing,
fuck
though.
off.
Like, who celebrate that? Like, how is it normal?
Only
Like,
here's
how's
the
that
thing.
normal?
It's not
The
normal.
only time I would celebrate the death of someone if that person is a career criminal and a pedophile and a rapist.
But hold on. If anyone who deserves death at all in this world, that should be based on the law. It should be by punishment because of a crime that they made. It should be punished by law. It should be like death sentence. That's a law thing. So
Here's the stupid part. Not only see, you think these things only happen to like a bunch of maybe leftist lunatics online, right? But it's not. That's the problem. There are people like officials, like people within the Democratic Party that were celebrating.
Teachers, people
Yes.
that are teaching our children.
Teachers, professors, even that one. Let me see. There's this one guy in like the union presidents in some other place. He was celebrating. It's
a
like,
lot
what
of
the hell?
a lot of corporations have people like that too.
And then there's a Democratic senator. I think I forgot what his name is. He was also like saying, he's basically saying, if you're a fascist, then this is what happens to you. Deal with it. He's basically saying that, like, bro.
Yeah.
The problem with the left is that they
it's that
actually
side.
believe. What were you saying, Fizzy?
I'm just saying. Okay, we don't need to point finger at anybody, but it's just a fact. We know what side is the problem.
Well, his
That's a fact.
this-
That's just
this-
the facts.
This is how we're different. Okay, we are.
And it doesn't help them because they're the most vocal about it by like, promoting it, celebrating and all this craziness.
Well, you
So,
can't call every person that doesn't agree with you a Nazi and a fascist and a threat to democracy and a racist and a transphobe.
Okay,
and then
hold
when
on,
shit like this happen, you act
Without-
like you're not
Hold on,
responsible.
let's rewind back. Let's say you're not on any side. You're not aware of any side at all. Like you're not aware. You're completely clueless about anything in the world. You walk out in the street. You wear a specific shirt, right? Only one side will scream at you for wearing that shirt, like
Yep.
any shirt. Only one side, and you're not even a part of anything. You're new to this land. You just came here. You put on a shirt that you like. You walk out. if there's anybody at all that's gonna scream at you for wearing a specific shirt they don't like, you know who that screamer is gonna be.
Yep.
It's that simple. I'm not even picking bias and trying to say because I'm on this side, I choose to point finger at the other side. I'm just saying in general, even if you go in blank, there's only one side who will yell at you for wearing anything.
Yep.
That's a fact. We saw that. We saw
It's
what they did with,
consistent too.
It's
always consistent.
observable. It's observable.
You've seen it
people-
happen time and time again.
Okay, let's describe this then. Person walk into a restaurant with a red cap, and then do not get service. There you go.
Yep. We've seen that happen. Or
We've seen that.
somebody attacks somebody for wearing.
There was a case where this happened, like I think today or recently, where someone was trying to print out flyers, saying like "Rest in peace, Charlie," with his birthday and all that stuff and the day that he died, to Office Depot, or was it Office Max or something like that?
Yeah.
Some office place, right?
Office. I think Office
Suppo-
Depot, something like that. Office
Yeah.
something, yeah.
They were trying to print out some flyers there, just to spread awareness that what happened. And, those employees over there like, no, you can't print this because it's promoting propaganda or some bullshit. I was like,
Propaganda that
it's
somebody died.
no, it's not. He just died. How's that propaganda?
The problem with the other side is that they really believe that people like Charlie is a fascist, and that justify that his death is celebratable, because if you're a fascist and you die, that's like one less fascist in the world. So they actually believe in that. And that the problem is that he's not a fascist. That's the problem. They believe in the lie. That's the problem.
Office Depot and Office Max. Yeah.
What kind of fascist gave other people that don't agree with him a microphone? Like, what kind of fascist go into public place and allowed other people to have a debate with him? Other people with different views, different ideas, different opinion, different religious belief. He basically invite everybody to talk with him, and that is the complete opposite of a fascist.
He's just exercising his First Amendment.
Yeah,
Yes.
freedom of speech.
Freedom
And
of
he did it
speech.
in a respectful, kind.
He welcomes anyone in to come in to have a chat
So
or debate.
Go ahead, me.
I think you guys give them too much credit. What if the truth is they actually don't know what that word means,
Yep.
and they just go based off of just whatever they think that word means?
Well,
Like
there-
you know,
Word.
There-
like you know, we're talking about these people who think a guy can be a girl can be a guy,
So
a guy can
basically-
give birth. We're talking to people who's in their dream world and not in reality. So
mental, basically.
yeah,
Mhm.
so maybe they're
Statistically,
word
their
fast-
side
that word means
statistically
nothing to them. It
It's
means
true,
completely
though.
different.
statistically their side is more linked
Everything
to
they
mental
say
illness.
means nothing because they call him a racist, a bigot,
Well, that's
all
what
these
I'm
names,
saying.
right?
Yeah,
But you have those supporters on that side, like the gays, blacks, whoever.
But I think
it doesn't matter the communities; they all support him.
I think we're giving them credit when we imply that they know what those words mean.
Exactly.
Maybe
Oh,
they don't
yeah.
know.
You're
Maybe
giving them too
hold
much
on.
credit.
Maybe genuinely they don't know what those words mean. Most of them are that crazy.
To prove your point, Fizzin, I was watching a video today of a chick at a Charlie rally, and she was screaming that he was a fascist. And somebody in the crowd went up to her and was like, "So what is a fascist?" And she's like, "I don't know."
There you go.
Exactly.
So you're
Yeah.
using speech. You don't even, and of course that was just one person. I'm not saying every person on that side is a complete raving lunatic moron.
It just
that.
appears that way. It just
But
appears
there-
that
and
way.
then I've seen other videos where they have people protesting, right? And so they're protesting a specific person, and somebody will go up and ask, "So what do you feel about this person?" And he's like, "Huh? I don't know who that is." And he's like, "That's the person that you're protesting," and they don't even know who they're protesting. It's because these mobs are paid by people like
Paid.
George Soros and other assholes like that to
Don't
mobilize
forget.
into mobs.
Don't forget. Wherever they go in a bus.
Yep.
And with professional signs.
Yep, they're literally bust into events.
And professional signs.
So
Signs that they don't even know what it means.
Okay, so
They're
here's
just blindly
Monkey. Have you
following an
seen
organization.
Have you seen all the shit from Blue Skies, right? You know, the leftist echo chamber social media shit,
No.
you know?
I stay off of no.
And anyways, I'm not on Blue Skies, but I have a bunch of screenshots from it. Not only they celebrate, like a bunch of them celebrate his death, but they're also calling for violence on other people. Like this
Other
person is
targets.
saying, we hope Joe
Other-
Rogan is next. Get Elon next. Let's do J.K. Rowling next.
They
like
have a list of names they want next.
let's
and
do
that
Ben
is
Shapiro
never been a
next. Like
problem.
these
But
people are
here's-
literally calling for like violence and death for other
here's-
people.
Here's what I don't understand though. How is any of
Hey, what's
this
up, Celeste?
like?
Hi, Celeste.
Here's what I don't understand. How is any of this legal? Like to begin with,
Because
like
it's freedom of speech.
no, but no freedom of
Like calling
freedom
for
of
like someone
consequences
else.
is different.
Well,
Freedom,
okay, you
freedom of
bring up
speech comes
Freedom of
with
speech has its
consequences.
limits.
No,
Well,
but it comes with
you-
consequences.
Yeah.
Death
bring up
threats are illegal.
consequences.
Me and King Mean were told that death threats are illegal when we were in high school.
Yeah, I was handcuffed when I was in high school because
Death
of that.
threats are illegal.
Well,
Why is it legal online? Why is it legal on the
but
internet?
remember, Blue Skies is owned by Democrats. So
Exactly, but I'm not questioning what's right and wrong. I'm questioning how is it legal.
It's
Well,
you can say whatever you want,
can
but the
say
moment you
whatever
start
you
promoting
want.
violence, that's when it's out the window.
No, death threat.
However-
How is death threat legal?
but there are
By law,
consequences.
how is that legal? It's not, right?
Death
but
threat-
how-
It's supposed to be.
It's not supposed to
freedom of
be.
speech. You
Yeah, I
the,
know,
the
but
issue.
No, the
problem-
definition of that is verbal assault.
how is that legal?
bec-
I don't know about you guys, but back in my days, every time we say anything bad about that in school, we get punished for that.
Yeah.
We either get sent home or we go to a counselor and we have to
be-
we have to tell our point of view, our story. So then they'll release us. But prior
It's-
to that, you will be in trouble if they think that you're crazy. How come that's not a thing anymore?
It's because when you were a kid, teachers actually tried to teach and help mold us into respectable.
No, but
members of
security
adults.
told me that was a law.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
a
thing
law.
back in the
It's
day.
not
You
a law.
can't,
I,
you can't threaten to kill
so
someone.
let's say that security was wrong. Why is it not a law? Death threats. You're literally threatened to murder
we've
someone.
gotten death threats.
No, I'm saying death threats is a
Well,
threat to
here's
murder
the-
someone.
here's the
Which
thing,
is a
Prison.
potential attack.
Death threat. They can threat you like send you death threat, but it's up to you to like file some type of
No, I get
report.
that.
Like,
I get that. But I'm
like if you want to like
no,
report it in or
on individual cases, I get that. I'm just saying, how is that even legal to begin with universally? It should have just been universally just prevented. Like the authorities should be able to manage that.
Yeah, but
well,
that's
it's up to the person to press. Is the law is up to the person to press charge.
Okay, so
Like,
at the end of the day, let's
so if
just
the
end this
person doesn't
argument.
want to press charge
Okay.
on it, and then
I
they're
get
just
it,
gonna go
I get
free.
that, I get
That's
so I'm wrong. I get that. But at the end of this argument, my point is,
I wish you were
if it's
right.
not legal, if it's
Well,
not legal, if it is legal, then
no,
that's dumb.
it's not. It's you can't get in trouble with it. It's not perfectly legal. It's not 100% legal.
Yeah.
But
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 there's
the
one
problem is that no one is doing anything about it. That's the problem.
I know, but the
It's
problem.
it's a
It's
thin
like
gray
all
area.
those
But
people that goes
Okay.
and that loots a store, right? All those people that just go loot stores and then nothing happens to them, no consequences, even though stealing is illegal. It's like that. It's just that no one do anything about it.
It's not like that before. It's
Yeah,
only
I
until
know.
the rise of the other side, then that
yeah.
begins to happen.
Yeah, it was never
Well,
like that before.
The woke
But you're
stuff.
mentioning consequences, Fizzin. There have been, I think we're up over 1,000 people now that have lost their jobs, or
Yeah.
we're getting close to it, that have lost their jobs.
there'll be more people losing jobs for
Yeah,
being
there's
stupid.
going to
like
be a
that.
lot of people, and I don't wish bad things on anybody, right? But there are consequences to your actions, and celebrating somebody's death. I don't care who it is. Celebrating someone's death, you don't deserve to have a job, or I have the right to boycott you and never support you in anything that you do. And if enough of us do it, your business goes under. They cancel us for nothing, right? They cancel us. They threaten us. They dox us. They whatever, right?
We are not.
We're different.
Yeah.
We don't do that. However, in this case, there are repercussions for things that you say and things that you do. And I think you deserve to lose your job, especially if you're a teacher, especially if you're somebody that is in any kind of leadership. You deserve to get fired.
You got teachers, professors, you got doctors, nurses, you got
video game
technicians
developers,
and engineers, you got developers, you got people from like you know, all these other stores and like big corporations like Microsoft. People losing their jobs left and right now as we speak.
And I feel like that's completely justified. And another way,
there's websites now that are having a list of people exposing their information and
let me just say this. So
going ham at that.
It's a good thing that they're getting exposed and losing their job, but I think they wouldn't lose their job if they weren't being exposed by basically everybody. Like a lot of people report on them, but if nobody was reporting on them, they would probably still have their job.
They would still have their jobs.
Yeah,
probably care. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Them being fired is just a result of all the pushback, like because it requires a lot of pushback in order to get this result.
Because these companies are getting pressure. Like if they don't,
you have millions of people on X right now pushing back on all these.
If they don't like fire this person because this person is celebrating
their stocks drop,
the death, like their company will go down. So they have to like make face for the company. So they have to fire because they were being pressured to fire. So that's what they do. But I believe that in these controlled company that's basically controlled by the other side, I believe they did not want to fire these people.
No, but they
have to. They were forced to fire.
Yeah, and you know, we keep saying we are not that how different we are, right? That we are not you. There's video of Trump when Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, who was one of the most vocal, outspoken opponents of Donald Trump, right?
Yeah.
And he's giving an interview. He's getting ready to get on Air Force One or something, and he's told the news live right in front of the camera. And
that was his first time hearing her news too.
And you know what his response is?
Yeah.
I'm very sorry to hear that. She lived an amazing life. She was an amazing woman. That, you know, he's respectful. He's everything. That is how we are different. That is one of the many ways that we are different.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm not even talking about sides, man. It's about good and evil.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual thing, man.
I think it's beyond politics now. It's a spiritual battle now.
It's not about right or versus left. It's not about Dems versus Republican. It's basically good versus evil, right versus wrong, but truth versus lies. It's just happened so that
because this is not a nationwide issue. It's worldwide now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone like Europe, Asia, like
it's
everyone.
Just clear to me.
Everyone notices.
It's just clear to me that which side is more evil. It's just clear to me.
Well, I'm sure you guys saw it. I don't know if everybody in the chat or anyone that's just silently watching or whatever saw it, but you know that dude, he's a guy. I don't care how he identified that shot up that school just recently, the Christian school, and killed a bunch of several kids.
Yeah.
He had a notebook, and in his notes, and this is how you can always tell in the eyes, right? I mean, it's not just the green hair and the big crazy piercings and the septum and all that, right? It's the eyes. You can see it in the eyes. But he had notebooks and notes and all this kind of stuff, right? In one of the pages of the notebook, that he had drawn a mirror and he was standing in front of it. And he's looking at it saying, I don't want to do this. And there's a demon looking back at him saying, basically, kill the kids. And I have thought that this whole trans thing and the way that people so vehemently react, like the screaming and the yelling and the everything like that, that's not normal. And that's
demonic.
It's
demonic.
It is not just it's not just mental illness. It is beyond mental illness.
It's demonic.
There's a huge spiritual factor.
I mean, we have a naked zombie chewing on a man's face just a couple years back in the street. So this whole
Well,
the
they
demonic battle thing has been going on for
they
quite
blame
some
it they
time.
blame it on drugs and bath salt. Remember
Yeah,
that?
I remember
it
that.
goes
But I
more
also
than
remember the guy was being shot at like 5 times and he was still running.
It's just taken.
That to me just seems crazy.
Yeah, and it's that's part of why we can't respond to violence with violence, because it's a lot of the times it's not them.
It's fine that
It's
you say that,
Beyond
but
that,
that.
what do you
It's
do?
tricky. It's because like you know they want violence.
Here's the
That's what they
thing.
want.
We try our best to not respond back with violence because we have to like keep better than what's going on. But the problem is that those that on the other side, that's not what they believe in. So how do we like I don't know, man. It's just hard.
So it's like one side believes in
like
violence, the other side believes in peace. There's more people that believes in peace than those are in violence. The
it's like
problem is
super.
our side, we're losing lives. So how do
It's
we
like the
address that?
more we said, okay, let's not go violence, and then we're just gonna like what die like.
I think
well,
I think the way to counter
Like-
because this is a spiritual battle, it's a battle between good and evil. I
Yeah.
think the only way to defeat evil is not through violence, but through the law of man, which is the law that human made, meaning arrest criminal. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And keep
I
them
also
locked up
think-
or execute them. It's that simple.
Yeah, but the core of the problem is not the people that's doing these things, because I think it's their ideology. It's the
Yeah, which
as
came
long
from
as
the
that
media.
as long as that idea exists, it's
Yeah.
still going to be violence.
Because
like
the
political
ideology
violence.
is the source of evil, and that evil is
Yeah.
the possession that takes drives of these people mental state. And we're talking about evil as in
But
spiritual
if you
evil.
here's the thing,
We're
if
talking
you
about
take out,
like
if you remove
demons.
their ideas, their ideology, and then now you're becoming a dictator because
Yeah.
you're telling what they can and
exactly.
can't
That's why
believe
you
in. So
That's why you don't remove their ideology. You
It's-
just make the law as it was and always should be: arrest criminal. But these days, people don't seem to like to arrest criminal and keep them in prison. They just let them go.
well, even so, I mean,
In fact, they're
Arresting-
encouraging crime. They're encouraging
arresting
crime.
someone isn't going to help them spiritually.
No, it's not gonna. That's why I'm saying we don't arrest them. This is a spiritual battle, but to beat a spiritual battle in a physical world, you beat them through physical means.
The
So
point of
first of
arresting
all, you
someone,
capture them. First of all, you capture them, and then let the authorities decide what to do with them.
yeah, and the
And if
point
the
of
authority,
arresting someone is to
if
keep them
somehow
away from
the authority
society.
if somehow the authority end up releasing them back to the street, we're back to square one. There you go.
yeah, but let's say the authority arrests everybody who does these
As
stuff,
they
right?
should, because they break the law.
But yeah, but the idea of them that causes them that basically the virus that caused them to do these
it's
stuff is still out
ideology,
there.
which
So
is the root cause of evil. So stamp those ideology with better ideology that can overlap that ideology.
It's just
Another
gonna
thing
reduce
I've
the
seen a
numbers
lot,
and to
which
keep
I think
promoting.
is going to happen. I hope it happens. Is I think when that guy shot Charlie, I think there's going to be 10,000 more that rise up.
Yeah,
If-
everybody says
know.
that. Like
I
a lot of
mean,
people, a lot of
yeah.
people has been saying
a
that,
lot-
and it's how it is. Things spread based off of something like
do you see a lot of left wing on TikToks are now it's like they're looking at their party celebrating and they're like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on here? Like, why is my party celebrating this? Like, so a lot of them right now seems to be in like an awakening moment for them.
Yeah. Well, and you know, there's signs that have been painted not too far from where I live that say "kill all Charlie Kirks," and it's. I'm really worried that we're going to devolve. If my biggest worry with responding with violence is that this is going to devolve into another civil war, and nobody wants that. Charlie doesn't want that.
Nobody
I don't
wants
want
that. None of us wants that. None of us wants that. But
Because it leads to more lives lost,
Yeah.
and it's just meaningless.
but sometimes shit like that.
But hold on, let's leave. Okay, if we leave violence aside, let's just put violence aside. Let's not go into violence response and all that stuff. at the end of the day, Monkey, like you said, civil war and all that, battling good and evil. One thing's for sure. I know one thing is for sure, 100% sure. Evil will never win in the end. We're not in the end right now. We're not in the end. We're in the process towards. We're in the story. We're inside the story. But I'm talking about in the end.
Yeah, but
evil will never win.
There will always be a crisis moment before a better ending comes.
Yeah.
So,
like evil will never win. Period. That's all there is to. And they know it. They know it.
They know. Yeah.
They know.
And I wonder if,
and that's why they're violent about it.
And I wonder if we're getting closer to the end of the world with
how evil is gonna lose. No one will know. No one can predict. But we all know for sure, 100%, that evil won't win.
Yeah.
And they can't win. Don't give them that idea.
They won't win. No matter what, they can never win.
They just won't win.
The reason why they can never win, because their nature is destined to lose. Evil, just evil in definition, was designed to lose.
Yep. Well, and another thing too that I think is important to point out is how, the right, they have their wackadoodles, they have their Proud Boys, they have their extreme groups.
There's extremes on both sides, yeah.
But yes, extremes on both sides. But what have we as conservatives done? We've left them outside. We have not embraced them. We denounce the things that they do. We do not embrace those groups.
We don't preach their ideology either.
No. But what has
they're just a different subgroup.
They have done the exact opposite. They have allowed LGBTQA plus whatever to take over. They have allowed Antifa and Black Lives Matter and all these ideologies to come in and completely run their party.
And if you're not with them, you're a fascist.
And if you don't believe every single thing that they believe, you're a fascist. You're a trans.
Even if you're like non-political, you're like dead center. You're not even like aware of anything. They can still go against you, and that's the problem. They attack anyone. They label you and they attack you, no matter who you are.
This is in no way meant to be a pun, but Charlie's his foundation was called Turning Point, and I really feel like we're at one right now. We're at a big crossroads as a country.
Yeah.
And
it's not just a country, man. It's worldwide.
Yeah, it's worldwide. But I mean, America usually leads the charge, for better or for worse. Yeah. And there's a whole nother, like, everything that's going on over in the UK right now and throughout Europe. That's a whole different story that's going on with all them over there.
But you're a Christian man, right, Monkey? You're a Christian man.
Very much.
So all of this is part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's
no matter how bad things look, Monkey. No matter how bad things you know that God knows what He's doing. You know that.
Yeah, I do, and I feel like we're living out the Book of Revelation right now. But I think not funny, but the thing is, I feel like every generation feels like they're living out the Book of Revelation. I remember growing up as a kid, my parents being like, "Oh, the world's coming to an end. It's coming to an end," or like, it's like, it's just every generation is like, "Oh, the world's coming to an end." It just seems like it's on light speed, careening towards its end right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I 100% believe God has everything in control, even with what happened to Charlie, even with what happened to Iryna. It's like God's in control. And this is one of those times where it's very hard not to lash out. But God's got it all under control. And we don't know what the result of all this is going to be, but I think it's going to be good, even though it really fucking hurts right now. And it hurts. And
good will always win. That's all there is to it. It's not that good win because they deserve to win. It's just that they were destined to win because evil can never win.
Exactly. We're at the part of the hero's arc where he's been, he was up here. He just got knocked down.
Yeah.
Big time. And it's how you get back up and how you respond.
Yeah.
I want to quote Mordor from Doctor Strange. The bills comes due.
Yeah.
Bills come due. Yes.
He said that, and then he never reappeared because the one in the sequel is not even him.
It's not even.
talk about
It's from a multiverse. Multiverse of Madness.
So what's the sequel? That's
But it's true. It's true. What you put out there, it'll come back to bite you.
Yep.
You can go ahead, throw all your negative energy. That's all you're gonna ever attract. So you put out good energy, you're gonna get good energy, regardless of what happens in the world.
I will say that I have been quiet too long for things that I have seen that are wrong. I've just kind of been quiet. That just sounded like a gunshot.
It happens,
Yeah,
man.
it's like that, man. It's like that.
Yeah, where I'm at, it happens.
Yeah.
We have werewolves
but-
where we live. It's even worse.
Mhm. Werewolves, man.
I forgot what I was saying. Gunshot threw me off.
Yeah, it happens.
Whatever. It will come back.
You've been saying you've been hiding and you haven't
Oh
been
yeah.
saying much.
Like I remember when like the pronoun thing got started, right? I tried to be respectful because I thought as a Christian I needed to be. If I was going to talk to these people about Jesus, I needed to be respectful towards them. And I'm not saying be a jerk or anything like that, but you can't love someone and participate in their delusion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see a dude
Yeah,
that's
like-
dressed up like a girl, that's a dude. It's not a girl.
I
And
mean,
it's being more harmful to them to contribute to their delusion than to try to help them to share.
it's like
love
this,
be
Monk. It's like this. It's like when you're contributing to their delusion, it's like telling a suicidal person that it's okay to off themselves. It's like that, which is, of course, is wrong. But yeah, so you can't really just like let them. Like you can't really agree with something that's wrong, you know. Like if somebody want to off themselves, you can't just say it's okay to do that. You can't say that because you know it's wrong to say that. So you can't just like agree with something that's completely not right or wrong.
The problem here, the problem with this whole thing is that this whole, we're talking about these people having these issues, and then like, some people don't want to associate with them, and then you have other people who encourage them to be whatever they want to be, and then push them down this path and makes things worse. This is not a universal problem. That's the thing. This doesn't affect worldwide. Like, I mean, worldwide, you don't have this problem in other country. And yes, I'm talking about the LGBT stuff.
It's mostly in the Western
in the Western
country.
in Western civilization, meaning someone in the Western civilization is pushing for this, is encouraging this, and is manipulating this, and want this to happen, want people to fall into this trap and fall into mental illness and all this crazy shit.
Because
someone is pushing for this.
There's a large amount
worldwide.
of people
This
that
isn't a
want,
thing.
that are the zero populationers. You know.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Watch this. This example is gonna be funny as hell, but it's true. None of this is in China. China doesn't have this problem.
And you know why, right?
And we all know why. I don't
they
even need to
banned the
explain. We
shit
all know.
out of this.
I don't even need to explain why. We all know why. But none of this problem exists in China. It doesn't. It just doesn't.
It's the problem of freedom. Sometimes freedom
Exactly.
leads to
It comes
certain
with-
things.
It comes with
Well-
freedom of manipulation. It comes with that.
It
Yep.
comes with that. Yeah.
Because freedom,
comes with
freedom
that.
could be anything. It could branch off into any section,
Yep.
good or bad.
And
It
we're not
comes with
talking about the
freedom.
freedom that God give, Monkey. We're talking
No.
about the specific
The
freedom
law.
that law that require you. Certain
Well,
village.
that's the
decide
thing.
for
That's
certain
that's
rule.
that's kind of the double-edged sword. You know,
Yep.
like if you want 100% peace, it's going to be fully control, 100% control. But if you want freedom, it's going to be chaos.
Yeah.
That's kind of the
that's your
problem.
Pick. That's your pick in this world.
And I think the problem comes with evil, because as long as
Because when you give freedom, you also give freedom to people being evil. So
being evil and doing their evil thing. But when you suppress evil 100%, you have to force good onto everyone.
Well, when
Like
you force good
force.
onto everyone, now you're becoming a dictator. Even
And
though
not to
you're
mention,
forcing good, but you're still forcing people to live by
also
your
the
way.
problem
So
with forcing good is that you're not creating good.
Yeah.
You're encouraging everyone be good, including pretend to be good. So you're getting a bunch
And
of
it's
false
also your
good.
vision of good too, so that can
Yeah.
be different as well.
So by forcing good, you're not creating good. You're creating a civilization where everyone must pretend to
like
be good.
pretend to be good.
But they all have a knife behind their back. They just happens to pretend to be good. So you're technically
Yeah.
creating a statistic of fake goods.
That's the
And
problem
to
with
the
free
far
will.
extreme of that, it just feels
Yeah,
like you
that
have a
is the
knife
problem with
pointing
free
on your
will,
back.
because once you give free will,
Yeah.
everyone can decide to do whatever they want.
And I believe people are. I do not believe people are naturally good. I think we are naturally sinners. I think we
But
are.
I also think we're not naturally evil. Like you said, sinner. That's not necessarily evil.
No. That's not. It's not
Yeah,
necessarily
exactly.
evil.
Yeah.
But
So human are kind of like blank slate. Not in like what not blank slate. Not in terms of a sense that they don't have anything. Blank slate as in they could go any direction.
right.
Depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, the starting point is always in the middle. You're neither really good or really bad. It's like in the center, but it's up to you to determine like which side you want to
Also,
be
DNA
on.
matters too. DNA is a scary thing, man.
Well,
Like
nature versus
DNA,
nurture.
like
Like
like the DNA concept is just a scary thing in general. Like for example, a thief, let his kid be raised by monks and priests and all that. That kid could still grow up and steal
It's
because the
their
the DNA from the dad, despite being raised by monks and stuff. See, I'm not saying this case happened. I'm just saying that it's possible.
I mean,
That DNA is a scary thing.
there are cases where there's one case where the person that was raising the kid is like a good they raised the kid to be good, but because the kid has a blood of like
Yeah.
a really bad person, so they kind of pick up that trait from their bloodline. So DNA is kind of a weird, scary thing because sometimes you pick up shit like personality traits or habits and shit from like people in the past,
But it's also, but the thing is,
your
it's also
bloodline
not
that you don't even
certain.
know.
It's also not certain. So you can't just be like that kid. It's gonna grow up to be a criminal because his dad is a criminal.
Yeah.
Let's punish that kid. It's
No.
not certain, right? It's
Mean,
not
what's
certain.
that?
It's like
What-
everything is a double-edged sword. They can go either way.
Yeah.
Just
I
you
mean, what's
can't
that
really predict
movie?
it.
It's either Jessica Alba or Halle Berry. I can't remember where. I think it's called The Eye, where like she
Mhm.
gets the eye transplant. but
Yeah, it's Jessica Alba. It's a
Jessica
remake
Alba.
of Asian movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Thai and
watching
Hong
it.
Kong movie.
Yeah,
I'm
and
watching
then
the Asian one.
she
I think
gets
it's
the
Thai.
eye of a serial killer or something, and it gets all
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
She
and
sees
then
dead
she
people.
sees all the she sees all the victim ghosts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's possible. I think that's kind of based on a true thing.
Yeah, it's based on a true
'Cause-
event that occurred.
Or organ exchange.
No,
can
organ
affect the
exchange. You
person.
pick up certain things from the whatever the donor is. Like for example, let's say the donor is a heavy smoker. Like I'm just saying, for example, you pick up that trait, and then all of a sudden you start smoking because
Yeah.
of the blood and of the organs that you were receiving.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to if you want to like an organ transplant, you have to find a really good like donor rather than just some random bullshit.
Yeah,
Sometimes you don't
realistically,
have a choice.
they
You don't have a choice.
They scan through all that and make sure that's not the case. But like, whatever habits that they have, there's a chance you could pick up on.
Yeah, the problem though, Eisen, is that sometimes
sometimes they bypass.
sometimes the organ that was harvested through the black market make it through the system, and you know that shit
yeah.
happens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, black market is the thing.
Yeah. We've seen Alice in Borderlands. We know what Chechnya did. Evil doctor that just put the most powerful people in the top of the line for the body parts, the transplants.
Anything else you want to add on to this one, Kay? I fear we're moving away from the original topic of RIP over here.
1 hours.
No, I'm good.
It is sad that Charlie's like family, his kids, had to witness such
Yeah, dude.
Oh
his-
yeah, there
his
was
situation.
there was another. I forgot. There was something else. So there's this young guy that I personally cannot stand. His name's Dean Withers. Uh, he's basically trying to be the left's answer to Charlie, but I find him annoying. Not just his message, which I totally disagree with, but just the way he carries himself and the way he speaks.
Hello, Misty. What's up?
Is it like the attitude
Yeah,
and how he
exactly.
behaves
I
towards
find
other
all
people?
of that to be annoying. However, I saw a video of his reaction, and he's been one of the loudest anti-Charlie people, right? And I was like, "Oh, great! Just another video to piss me off." And he was crying. He was saying, "Those kids are never going to see their parents again. That wife is never going to see her husband again. This is not okay," and everything. And I was like, "You know what? I still don't like you, but I respect you."
Yeah, his wife
And
made a
that-
speech today as well.
And that's where we need to be. We need to be in a place. I don't have to agree with you, but we can respect each other. And at the end of the day, go our separate ways and not put a bullet in each other's heads.
I mean, that's always supposed to be the way to
That's-
begin with.
A lot of
That's
people
supposed to
who
be-
were against his, opinions and all that stuff, they all shed a tear.
My problem is I have this thing that's built inside of me, which I tend to kind of get pissed off when I meet fake tears and fake people, and pretend to be sad, pretend to be crying, and pretend that pretend that
Also, the people who
that they're respectful,
basically-
pretending that they're respectful.
basically hypocrites, people like that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Like for example, this I don't know if you guys know this popular guy, but his name is Hassan Parker. You know him? So he was calling out for violence towards Charlie Kirk when he watched a video of the accident, or I mean not accident, but the unaliving video.
Yeah.
And then he starts to act like he's in shock and then he's like, this shouldn't happen. But earlier, like months earlier, he was calling out for violence towards Charlie Kirk. And I hate it when people do that.
Yeah.
It's
know,
one
like-
of those things where it's
hypocrites.
easy. It's easy for people to say something when nothing is happening, but when something happened, all of a sudden, let's turn back
All
the
of a sudden
pages. Let's turn back
yeah.
the pages.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, they don't get to hide behind this. Oh,
Like you don't get to
you don't
act
get
like
to hide behind
that
it anymore. That
when you're
shield
calling for
is
violence.
gone.
And all of a sudden it's like, oh, now you feel guilty, or are you just BSing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even the disgusting display by the Democrats in I think it was the Senate or Congress. I don't remember which, but
It's in the House of Representatives.
they called for
Yeah.
silence, and they would not shut up. They would not give Charlie a moment of silence.
You know why, right? Because they
Right.
actually believe he's a fascist, so they would not do it. It's like, even though, see, that's the problem, because we have leaders in the Democratic side that actually believe in bullshit lies that's not true. So that's the problem.
Well, and the scary thing too is the unaliver. He came from a conservative home. His dad was a cop.
Yeah.
He had he should have been a good kid. Like he was. And then he went to a left school. He went to a liberal school, and look what happened. He got radicalized, and he did.
Here's the
Especially
stupid
at that
part, Mike.
age, the change is gonna be
The
fast.
stupid part is that the left said the shooter is a right-wing Trump supporter, even though why would he be a Trump supporter when he's using left-wing narrative and left-wing like slogans and stuff? Like,
He's not, because it's fake news.
Yeah.
They don't want it. Tell me who have been the shooters in the last 7 mass shootings in our country?
the other side.
Trans.
Also,
Nobody's talking about that.
Yeah.
also,
They
here's
can't
the-
find a connection other than guns bad.
Hold on,
Take
hold on.
guns away.
Here's the problem. They like to muddy the water. The thing is simple. If you look at it from like just a straightforward perspective, anyone who ends someone else's life because they don't like them, that's it. It ends right there. You know, there's no
some people in the chat were talking about
it ends right there. There's no
Really,
he
there's no
belonged to
debate
this
on
side,
that.
or he got influenced by this side, he got paid by this side. It doesn't matter. The action, once it happened, it's done. That's it. It's over.
and
That's
there's
it.
people in the chat talking about bringing back the death penalty. The governor, I think it was the governor of Utah, has made it extremely clear from the moment it happened. He reminded everybody
that we still have death
They
penalty.
still
Yeah.
have it.
And I mean, I pray that this guy finds Jesus before it happens, but that's going to be his fate. And that's what Charlie would want. He would want this guy to he would want justice, but he would want this guy to not burn in hell for all eternity. He would want him to be saved.
According to the judge, he said that there's a chance it might not go that far, but it's still on the tables that it could go that way for a death penalty.
But here's the confusing thing. Some people get death penalty for like weaker crime. So I'm confused why, like, how come it's so hard for certain, like, for every case? I know each case are different, but like, why is it universally, like, you know, not as straightforward?
It's weird because like each state and city has their own like laws about it or rules about it, and it's always like iffy on how they handle that situation.
I was always under the impression that if someone murders someone, they need to go.
And they all have different ways of
them.
dealing. They all have different ways of handling death penalties, like how to execute. You know.
Yeah.
Either like firing squad, lethal injections, or like
to me,
whatever.
the way I see it, the law seems wishy-washy. It should just be straightforward.
Do they
Like,
still
it
use?
should just
Do they
be
still use
It's always
electric
confusing.
chair?
I don't think so.
No,
They don't use electric chair
It's
anymore?
either I think
I kind of like the old way of the guillotine.
I'm just saying the law seems
saying.
wishy-washy because it's so selective and it's so specific. Like, someone who ends someone else's life and you got them and you confirm that they ended someone else's life, then that someone, the law needs to get rid of them. The law needs to get rid of them. And I'm not saying calling for individual to get rid of. I'm saying the law should get rid of them. In the way that the law it was designed for, right? Isn't that what the law was designed for?
The design of the law is to discourage people from doing bad things.
And to do that, you have to show an example.
Murder is the most heinous thing. So
you have to set example. So the law has to set an example.
Exactly. You have to set the most heinous example to try to discourage people from doing it. But we live in the society where you can steal, you can rob, you can rape, you can do whatever, and you get out the next day. That's the world we live in. There's no consequences, and we live in a shithole country. Because
a lot of that is in the
How did we
states
get
too.
there, though? How did we get there?
You know how.
Okay, so how do we solve not getting there anymore?
Everybody votes for the right people, and we try to.
It's not going to change a thing.
We try to reset and get things back to the right way.
I think
personally, I think the whole system needs to be burned down and we need to start over.
No,
but hold on. You said we need to start over, but who's gonna start like over? Like who's gonna be the one taking charge of the reset revolution?
For the world to change for the better, this whole world needs to die. So what I'm trying to say is that the old ways needs to be eliminated for some.
Reformat.
Basically reformat.
Reset. Restart.
Reset. Factory reset.
Factory reset.
Well, that's what
the thing with factory resetting is that everyone gets impacted.
That's the thing. But if you want a better world, you have to.
But either everybody get impacted in one day, or everyone get impacted for the next 100 years slowly.
Yeah.
Which will happen anyway without the reset. Everyone will always be impacted as long as there's no reset. And we're not even talking about reset as in a physical reset. We're talking about like from philosophical perspective, from the ground up, from ideology perspective, from the system itself.
They're starting over from ground zero.
Yeah, the system itself, basically.
Well, and
it's going to take insane amount of work and all that stuff.
Yeah. But
there's always going to be someone who's like,
I don't think it's possible because after the system has been reset, someone else is just going to come in and then set it back.
There's always a chance it's going to revert back to where it was, like 200 years later.
It's like, hey, look, I downloaded a virus in my phone. You reset factory reset it, and you install that same virus back.
No matter what you try to do, let's say you're a president and you put all this good policy in place and you turn it into law, and guess what happens? Once your time is over, another president comes in and undo all that shit. So basically,
Yep.
nothing gets done.
before.
And if it's not a presidential system and it's a king and royalty system, the next person's gonna slay that king and take over, and then we're back to square one. Same thing.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's elected
So
or not.
what we need is something more than human to run the world.
That's it.
I'm not
Monkey.
talking about human. I'm talking about like
You need something
We need them spiritual
robust.
beings to come down. Man.
we need spiritual.
Interfere.
We need spiritual
We
interference.
need spiritual
We
beings to come down, interfere with blood, physical body. Spiritual being come down with physical body to interfere.
Well, I mean, if you believe the Bible, or if you're a Christian, you're talking about a reformatting. That's what's going to happen at the end of the world. At the end of the world, the people that believe, and the good people, God wipes out the earth and remakes it the way it was at the beginning, and so there's a new heaven, there's a new earth, and that's where all of us that believe get to go, and all the people that don't go somewhere else. And then we live on the new earth and the new heaven forever.
Yeah. So I was reading, some person was basically trying to like talk shit about how God is like, if he's doing that, he's gonna kill us all and all that other stuff, right? But here's the thing: what they don't understand is that what God do, and when he does stuff like that, is not killing, because it's just transferring, right? It's just transferring your existence to a different existence. But people don't seem to understand the whole, like basically your soul, your body is eternal. So, and you're just transferring from one existence into another.
And we're not even just talking exclusively spiritual. Sometimes you can be transferred physically.
Yeah.
Like to the other individual is a blink of an eye. They just yawn real quick and then they open their eyes and their life goes on. But they don't know that they already got swapped to another reality. Like sometimes things like that can happen. So who knows?
Preferably one with no libtard.
Preferably 100%. But that's what Monkey was talking about, right? Like transferring like selective people to selective world where they deserve and they earn it, and then the other side gets taken, put it somewhere else.
Well, if you believe in the concept of multiverse, you can always transport your consciousness into the world that you want. It's a thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fake YouTube guru that talk about that. Just go watch their stupid videos.
No, we don't talk about that. But it would be cool if this was taught in school.
It would be. It would be nice.
Like, I'm not just talking about the philosophy behind it, but maybe the practice itself of how to swap your reality.
It's easy.
You can take quantum mechanics class which talks about those stuff. So, and that's based on science.
Cool.
Yeah, but that type of thing is not taught in high school or anything.
Yeah.
No, man, we're too busy talking about dissecting frogs and see what
Questions.
No, we're too busy talking about whether men can be pregnant or not and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they can if you swap your reality into that world.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
this is not that world.
We're in clown reality right now.
There is no reality where men can be pregnant.
You don't know that. I mean, if there's multiverse, you don't know that.
We got swapped into a clown reality, Monkey. That's all there is to it. Like literal clown. Like look, and before
If there's a way.
Okay, check this out. Before 2012, everything was normal. It was normal for the most part. It was normal. And then after 2012, certain company opened a certain portals, got shifted dimension. We woke up in another reality where everyone has purple, green hair, armpit hair.
Yeah.
Green armpit hair, blue
Afterwards,
armpit
things started to
hair.
change.
Tell me that's
Bit
clown.
by bit.
Tell me that's some clown
and then
shit.
you have the Mandela effects and everything. All of that happens after 2012.
For real, man.
For real, 100%.
So that's where the simulation theory comes in.
And if you don't,
Before my time, I never had to worry about girls
Because
with like blue
prior to-
armpit hair.
prior to 2012, I can tell you this. Prior to 2012, none of this was an issue. The reason why I know it's not an issue, because prior to 2012, we were all talking about the end of the world. No
Yeah.
one was talking about multi-gender. We were all focusing, is 2012 going to end the world or not? Everybody in school was debating that.
That was
Some were even
better.
joking about that.
That was good times.
That was someone's
And-
argue.
yeah.
Some argue about that. Some was joking about that, but no one had green hair, purple armpit hair,
You
all
got-
sorts of weird shit.
Man, you
No
got
one-
the
no
whole
one had-
family talking
I-
about
where
like, oh
did
man, the world might
where
end.
did the elephant nose ring thing
I
come
don't-
from? That's
Dude, and then
so
there's and then
ugly.
and then there
Elephant,
are
it's like a
people
cow ring.
and then there are people who identify as some type of like animal. You know,
Yeah.
like they're
I
not,
want
not
to be a
even
sperm
human.
whale.
Hold on. What are the odds of all of this happening right after that portal opened, underground during 2012 and all that other
stupid,
stuff?
man.
That all that weird shenanigans stuff. The moment that shit happened, the world went to Clownville.
Well, there's
Yeah.
the theory is that when CERN do that particle acceleration during the 2012, 2013, when they did that, they actually opened a black hole and kill us all. That's a theory, and then we're basically living in a simulated
Or
world
we
right
just
now.
got transferred into another timeline.
All right, let's go
Yeah.
back real
Debate.
quick and talk about
Let's-
our
yeah.
topic at hand.
Yes, let's talk
Um,
back.
so what can we do about it? Like, before America, like we always have a two-party system, right? I mean, there's independence and all that too.
There's other
But
parties, but
mainly,
they're so small.
mainly it's the two-party system. Before
Yeah.
we have something, even if we're divided by a certain idea, we have a common goal that we try to achieve, right? So there's always that common goal that brings the two-party together. But now it's so divided, there's none of that. So there's nothing to unify the two parties. So what do you do?
It's because it's hard to find common ground against someone who believes that men can be pregnant. How can you find a
Exactly,
common ground with
exactly.
that? Like
It's like reality
it's like
versus
it's like
dream world.
it's like one side is completely living in a fantasy world. So how can you find like common ground with someone who just live in a different reality?
To be totally honest, I don't know how we can find
Yeah.
common ground until they push out the extremists and acknowledge that that was a bad call. But if
But
you
see, that's the thing. That's the thing.
they're not going to
That
do
counts.
it.
Yeah, that's the whole freedom thing. If you push a selected group away, then you're taking away their freedom. And
No. I'm
therefore,
talking about how, like, they need to divorce themselves from the craziness. Like, like I said, the Proud Boys are extreme right. And
Divorce
people like
themselves?
them. They're
But
not.
how-
extreme.
But how are they going to divorce themselves from something they're dedicated to?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know if they can. But that's what they
Yeah,
would have to
'Cause
do.
the problem with these guys,
they
they're,
will-
just, they're
they
so
will
far
need-
gone. I don't know if there's
don't
any
know.
way to save them.
I wouldn't
They
be
will need
surprised-
divine intervention.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if we're seeing the actual death of the Democrat Party and something
But-
else comes up and replaces it.
But how is that going to be possible? I mean, how is that going to be a thing when they're so married to their idea, their ideology?
Well, I think their ideology is going to kill them. I think that I think, like what Chloe just said, I think they're at the point of no return. They have become too indoctrinated with this stuff, and I don't think there's any coming back from it, unless, like Fizzin said, I think it was Fizzin
You know what, Monkey? Our ideas, our belief right now, a couple like 10, maybe 15 or 20 years ago is considered center, right?
Yeah.
What we believe, but right now, right now we are considered right wing. That's because the other side has moved so far to the left that everything in the center seems right.
Yeah.
Seems to be on the right side.
There's,
But-
I've always considered myself a moderate conservative, but
Yeah.
kind of in the middle. But since 2012, if we want to call that when it started or whatever, it's like I have become more conservative.
I don't think my position changed at all, even though a lot of people think I'm.
I guess that's what I'm saying. My position stayed
Yeah.
the same, but now I'm called.
But because the scale of the basically the left is going way too far on that side, and everything in the center is now basically on the right.
And there used to be Democrats I would consider voting for. In fact, there's still a couple today that I would consider voting for, but they're
The numbers are so small now, huh?
Yeah, but those
in the
Democrats
middle, but
always
they are so rare and fair and
those
far.
Democrats they always get like effed up by the basically established Democrat party.
They get messed up by their own
Yeah.
team, which is effed up, man.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way to fix it as it is. There's
It's
just
too-
no
it's
way. Like
just too
like,
far in. How
you
can you
say
fix
it's
it?
the end of them. It's never gonna be the end of them. They're gonna just go on forever. They always have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They'll
the
evolve into
good
something
thing
else.
is if you look at the statistic, they are like decreasing.
They are diminishing.
They are
but
diminishing.
the
like-
only problem is they are diminishing. But the only problem is that there might be new generation that's gonna recreate them.
That's why you have to take over the education department and like stop feeding kids with like nonsense stuff like gender ideology and shit.
If you want a reset of any sorts of things, the education system that needs a reset.
You guys still talk about like it's actually government doing stuff. Nah.
No, it's
Y'all,
Well,
y'all forget
it's-
about the 1% that control everything. That's the real impact. They decide how
they-
to run the world. There's nothing you can do about it.
and here's a kicker. Here's a kicker. They're not human. That's the thing.
they're not
You
human.
don't even know what they are. You really don't.
Well, like we were talking about earlier, that it's the zero population growth people, which that's the Bill Gates, that's the all these people, right? And they've tried multiple ways to sterilize kids, right? So we don't have any more people on the earth.
Yeah.
The only problem is India isn't doing that. China, I mean, all these places aren't doing that. All you're doing is weakening America to where we are going to be just filled with old, dying, dead people. Is going to be all that's here.
Well,
Then
like
you're-
Bill
then you
Gates and all these
talk
other
about
like upper
human,
echelons, they're just tools.
Human trans what?
Transhumanism.
Yeah, transhumanism. That's why they want that, so they can live longer to still be in control of power.
Well,
Yeah, see that's the problem though. They refuse God, Monkey. They remember these
They
people. They
refuse to
choose
die.
science. They choose science over God, meaning
So what they want-
they rather become immortal on Earth in the flesh instead of going to
Instead of
immortal
being in
instead of
heaven.
being in heaven, as you were saying.
So what they want, like these powerful people, they want to be able to transfer their consciousness, soul, memories, or whatever into a new body, and they want to keep doing that so they can live in like forever.
I'm not
on
saying
Earth.
it's a good thing, but that is pretty badass, though.
That is pretty badass. If I can transfer my soul to a better vessel,
Someone that look
man,
better?
You
I
know,
am
you know
down.
the
Yeah, but
saying,
here's the
next
thing, though.
lifetime,
Here's
baby,
the thing,
right?
though. In heaven, you can have a better vessel.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but if I'm in heaven already, it's not cool to like pick up chicks like all the time. Only on Earth where you can do that. But it's
We're just
not that
speaking
you're
from
stuck in the same
no.
vessel.
We're not talking spiritually. We're just talking about hypothetically. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's not that bad if we switch body and become someone badass.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
pretty
seem
cool.
so bad. Might be
You know what?
sinful. It might be sinful, but it doesn't seem so bad.
It's sinful, but man, it's worth it.
It's sinful, but it's peak. It's
You know-
sinful,
Yeah.
but it's peak.
What's even more
But
frustrating?
we
Dean,
acknowledge that
is
it's
what-
sinful, though. That's the thing. But wait,
what
if
you're
we
just
acknowledge that,
saying.
but wait, if we acknowledge that it's sinful, would that be still considered sinful? Because
I
we
don't know
acknowledge
because
it.
you're self-aware.
Well, we acknowledge that it's wrong. Does that mean we're right? Does that mean we're
What were
spiritually
you gonna say, Monkey?
correct?
Well, I was just going to say it would be even more frustrating for you because in heaven, we have the perfect version of our bodies.
Right.
So, like, you'd be
No,
strutting around all looking like whoever, right? Whatever you
Yeah,
think
but
a
you
perfect
can't-
body
No,
looks
no,
like.
I'm saying this. No, we're not talking about that. We're saying before we go to heaven and get our body back, we can still go back as ourselves, but that's after we had fun with our new body temporary.
Yeah.
So let's say tomorrow we jump inside a new body, go have a field day with some bitches, and then
Yeah.
the next day we jump back into our body. No, we jump back into our body and then go to heaven with our body, the body
Yeah.
we're born with. You see what I'm
So,
saying?
so technically, it's a
from looking 50
loophole.
to
You're not
20
you're
again.
not a sinner since you're not your body that you have.
No,
now
you're-
that God
you're-
gave you,
you're
you're not
always
doing
a-
anything bad about it. It's
No,
the
you're
second
always a
body,
sinner.
that
It's just that-
the borrow body that you used to be a sin. So you jump from your sin body to your normal body, then you go to heaven.
The monkey laughed. That was pretty
It's
funny.
a loophole, bro.
He don't know how to
It's a
count.
loophole.
He doesn't know how to
Uh,
count it.
No,
It's not your
you
body
don't know,
that goes.
you don't
it's
know
a
how to
thinking-
you don't know how to counter it because there's no answer for it yet.
Hold on. How about this? If we go to heaven next week and we have to take our body with us and our perfect body that God gave us, we can
Yeah.
do that next week. But I'm saying tomorrow, jump into a new body,
Yeah.
screw some bitches, and then jump back to our
Yeah.
original body.
Exactly.
Before next
We're
week,
not
before
doing
next
anything
week.
wrong. No sin because our
Before
original
next
body
week.
is still perfect. We know it's
man.
untainted.
Well-
Our original body is virgin. Our second body is not so much. So
But our second body's not ours anyway. Our second
Yeah.
body's not ours anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah.
affect
How do we
us.
go? Hold on. How do we
I
go
don't
from
know.
Charlie Kirk
I don't
to
know.
this?
It always goes south.
No. It's because it's so dark. You need a little light.
Plus, we were
Yeah.
talking about leading. Where can the world go from here? And so we're just
Yeah,
discussing alternative.
It's a broken
outcome.
world that's unfixable.
So, and
No
since we
matter
don't have a
which
means
angle
to
you look
fix
at
it,
it.
since we don't have a means to fix it, we're just discussing
I think it's not
hypothetically.
our job to fix it.
We don't
Yeah,
know
I
the
know. I'm
answer,
just
man.
we're just
gonna
presenting, like,
We're just put here to live as best as we can until our time is up.
But again, like
we can
all
always
the-
talk about it, right?
all
It's
the
just
smart
there's nothing stopping us
philosophy
from talking
people,
about it.
if they can't even figure it out, what make you think we can figure it out? We're just putting out the idea out there. Like, come on.
It's
you
just
guys are
it's just
smart, come up with
sparking a
something.
conversation with the idea.
But
And
I
it's
think
always good to have.
all five of us agree it needs a reset.
Yep.
Pretty
Something
much.
needs to be
Needs to be done.
reset.
It needs
It's
a
just
major
like I don't know
change.
what
It needs a major
is.
change in the system.
It's not our job to decide the reset or how to reset it or who
Yeah,
should
yeah.
reset it. That's not our thing. But it's we're just saying as a concept, reset is a thing.
Yeah. But, honestly though, like, RIP to him and, to his wife, his kids. I don't know how to say these
The
things,
tragic
man.
part is that
It's
the
all
tragic-
you, Monk. I don't know how to say these things.
No, it's just I feel bad, man. It's just
the tragic
he's a
part
family
is
man.
that his kids was there to witness
His kids
Yeah.
witness
the whole thing.
Yeah.
His kid was
that
like right there.
traumatizes
His
you,
kid was
man.
there
That
and
traumatizes you.
and like that, like close by, like literally like 10 feet away, 20 feet
It's
away.
like for a kid for his daughter to be that young to witness that, it's like that's gonna scar him for life.
It sucks because it shouldn't have to happen and it didn't need to happen. And the worst part is like because it doesn't happen to everybody, that's why it shouldn't happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Because this is murder and that should not happen to anybody, especially innocent people. That's the problem. That's what makes it like super terrible even more. Because you can say that, oh, this is sad, this person died from a heart attack, but that's a natural death.
Yeah, isn't it?
So we're not saying that's any less. We're just saying that's something you can't prevent. But something like this could have been prevented. Maybe
Yeah,
it can't be prevented, but it could have maybe.
Natural death is like something that can be acceptable because like it's nature and it's
Yeah.
just
I think
And it happened to
Whatever.
everybody. This
Yeah.
doesn't happen to anybody.
we
everybody.
all of us gonna like go one day. So
before we can fix the world, we're just gonna have a little peace in our heart.
Facts.
If everybody have just a little peace in their heart,
Everybody.
everybody. I'm not talking about whatever percent. Everybody,
there's-
100%. You know how much the world will change just by having
Yeah, because
1% of peace in your body.
if they have peace in their heart, they wouldn't pull the trigger.
Exactly.
Period.
So you got to start with that. You got to start how to approach that, and I don't know how to do that because I'm not smart. All
And
I'm
people
saying is,
and people are too focused on removing the physical object, the physical tool that allowed these people to pull the trigger to kill. They're
Exactly.
talking about removing the physical tool,
you
but
got to
not
start with
they're-
you
they're
got
not talking about
human condition.
the heart. If a person does not have the heart to pull the trigger to begin with, there would not be a trigger that's being pulled.
Exactly. Wow,
So
I made it look like I'm smart and know what I'm talking about, even though I'm a simple-minded guy. But yeah, it's definitely got to start with the heart. If you don't have a heart, then you can change
I mean-
all the rules you want. It'll still be the same.
it's up to each individual to go on that journey themselves because you can't tell people
Exactly,
what
you can't
to
force
do.
them.
Like you can't tell people like they should be better.
But
Like
that's the thing. I see
that's up to
nobody
them.
talk. I see nobody talk about that though. It's just like, yeah, it's a journey that everybody have to take, but
it's
it
their
gotta
own
start
individual.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's their own individual journey that they have to go through, and that's
Especially everybody just look at them with hate and like, yeah, I get why everybody hate them. I understand that. I totally get that, but I don't know how to reach them. I don't know how to do that, but somebody that's close to them could at least just say, just have a little heart. I don't know, maybe just say peace would be good. Let's try with peace and let's go from there. Let's see what happens. Let's go on a journey of peace.
The problem is
know.
I think people look too much into their own like personal beliefs and feeling to the point where
They're driven by their
they're driven by their
beliefs
emotion
and
rather
feelings.
than like
Logic.
something logic or reasons.
They don't have. There's no logic. Logic was not there because if logic was there, they would say, "What if that was me?"
Well,
Yeah.
so what the people that are doing this violence, if you watch, right, like let's take Charlie for example. Charlie Kirk approached everyone with logic
Mhm.
and with fairness and with but what do you do when you first of all have no logic and then you are trying to debate someone that does have logic on their side? You resort to screaming, you resort to uh, just making noise, you throw a fit, you stomp off,
Yep.
and now apparently in this case you unalive them.
Yeah.
And that's a horrifying fact. He was not a violent man. He never once spoke of violence or hatred. He spoke truth, and he just wanted to share his opinion, and he was doing amazing work. He really was, and he got gunned down for it, and it's disgusting. The reactions that we've seen, I hope those firings continue, and I hope they send a message that we will not tolerate this kind of thing. And I don't know where we go from here, but I do know that a sleeping giant has been awoke, and it's not going to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are on the same page. They've all said
Yeah.
basically the same things.
But hold on, if we can't even fix our society on Earth, why do we want to migrate to Mars and every other planet?
Because we're just going to do the same
That's
thing.
an Elon thing.
I know, but think about it. Like, you want to bring these people to other world?
Hold
Like,
on,
we don't know. You can't vet who's gonna become psychotic later
Elon
on. Or not.
really want to go to Mars, but he's not going to make it because he said to get to Mars it's going to take at least another 30 years or so.
That's because he
long
doesn't
time.
know about the 0-point energy.
He doesn't. He
He doesn't understand the
he's-
0-point, the
No,
free
because
energy.
he's trying to take his rocket to Mars instead of using the Einstein Rosen bridge.
Right.
Instead of using
Which we already have.
Yeah, instead of using the Stargate, he's trying to use his rocket.
And he can't do that because he's not allowed into that technology field. And that's the only reason why they still let him operate, because he's still using the old system. Yeah, I'm being serious. It's
No, it's just
there is
twisted
technology
turn-
out there.
Yeah.
You know
that's
what's
just
funny? You know
forbidden.
what's funny? A couple years ago, like a few years ago, we're like, "Oh man, the government's got to put chip in our brain. That's fucked up. That's not good. That's some Illuminati shit." But then
Yep.
right now, everybody's like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna take Elon Musk
It's Elon.
Neuralink
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Neuralink
exactly.
chip and put it in my head. It's gonna be so
Exactly.
awesome."
Yeah.
that's a hard pass for me.
Nah.
Yeah.
I let them. I let them.
But
put the
Monkey,
jab.
what if
That's the only.
what if you're like Neo? You know, you just plug some shit in. Like shit, I learned kung fu. You know, what if you're like Neo? Wouldn't that be cool?
We're
Yeah,
heading
but I don't
towards
think
that.
that's what that does.
No, but we're heading towards the total recall timeline. You know, AI and transhumanism and artificial intelligence and robotic and flying cars and
3
Yeah,
boobies.
and cars that doesn't require wheels and all that.
Cyborgs, all the
We're
people.
heading towards that timeline. But to be honest, I don't think that timeline is that bad compared to the Mad Max timeline.
Yeah.
Mad Max timeline is shit, man.
Dude,
Yeah, I
there's
don't
no
want to. I don't want
water.
to live in the
Shit.
Mad Max
There's
timeline.
no water.
That post-apocalyptic and Mad Max timeline is trash.
Everyone's dirty. And
I'd rather have the Total Recall timeline is better. AI girlfriend, tell me that's
Beyond
better.
Thunderdome is pretty cool. You get
Hold
Tina
on.
Turner.
But hold up, AI
Or-
girlfriend, AI
There's
girlfriend,
that futuristic
that's better.
cyberpunk style. you
But
know.
AI girlfriend is so much better than eating sand.
Yeah, like Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. brother. He was a hero. He was definitely a warrior who fought
But
for
here's the
what he
thing,
believed
though.
in.
He knew that, like, the path that he's walking. He knew that there's danger. Like he always knew that. So
Well, that's why he's a warrior.
that's why he's a warrior. Yeah.
Had a lot of respect. hate him, like him, it doesn't matter. Dude fought for what he believed in, and
Yep.
he's a hero. Regardless of how it went down, he's a hero.
But
And
here's the thing, though.
that's
That
facts.
here's the thing that
He also said
those people celebrating this. This is something they will never understand. He went down with his beliefs, and
Yep.
he did exactly what he want to do.
Yep.
The people who celebrating, they'll never have that same fate because they'll never go down with any belief. They have none. They have no belief.
Dude, they're
Yeah.
gonna die from obesity anyways. It
That's a
doesn't matter.
fact.
It's so filler.
What
I'm
politi-
sorry. That's just how it is.
No, what politician needs to do is make a law where in order to enter Burger King, you need to stand on a weight scale. If you fail that weight scale, you cannot enter the building.
does he have?
Yes.
Did he have? Yes, he has security, but
Yeah, he has security. It's
but
just, you
even
know,
But he's just
I mean,
at the end of the day, he's
He's
just a civilian.
Yeah,
he doesn't
not-
have.
He goes
like,
to campus, just
He
debating.
didn't have like Secret Service
He's-
level.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he doesn't
not-
have. He doesn't have Secret Service. But
He's
remember
not
how
like a
Secret-
full-fledged politician. He doesn't have that high-end security.
even the Secret Service fell when Trump was shot at. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
he's
because half of
actually
them were DEI.
Also,
in the
He
government.
Yeah.
had security, but
the-
even it can't stop what happened.
the root of this issue is a human issue because the reason why is it's not everyone's focused on politics because this happened in a political arena.
Yeah.
But when you make fun of a certain K-pop boy band, they want to unalive you too. So at
Yeah.
the end of the day, obsession of something is the root cause of problem.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, you know how I said I'm not just going along anymore. That I'm definitely speaking my mind. That we should do some more reactions soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get canceled hard.
I mean, don't we always isn't that a normal thing?
I
getting
mean,
canceled?
we got some death threats before. So
Yeah. We should do a marathon of that group.
At the end of the day, that is what happened. Unaliving someone because of their own
Because of
Obsession.
their opinions and
Hey,
beliefs.
remember, hey, yo, Fizzin, remember that post I showed you the other day? It says if someone is obsessed with like celebrities, they tend to have low IQ because no, there was a research on this.
Yeah.
There was a research, like a legit research. As if you're obsessed with a celebrity, you tend to have low IQ. That's
Yeah.
pretty fun. I think that's pretty funny though.
That's
Yeah.
funny to me. Misty,
Also-
it happened in a college campus. You would expect anyone to be checked, but it's never the case.
It doesn't matter if they're checked
There was-
because it's
It
a
doesn't
sniper
matter. And
anyway.
the dude snuck behind and climbed on top of a roof.
Yeah,
Well,
he was 200 yards away too. I mean,
It's on a different building, not the building that like in front of where the event it was at. It was like in a different building that's behind that building.
I did want to say I know it had to be hard, but thank you to his dad for turning him in. You did.
Yeah.
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 I know
for
that
real.
had to have been hard because at the end of the day, he's
Yeah.
your kid, but
Yeah.
you did the right thing, and
Yeah.
I thank you for that. I know that couldn't have been easy.
It's just mind-boggling and crazy that this was not like a one-day plan. Get on top of the
Mhm.
building, wait for him to show up, aim at a specific spot, knows where to aim, how to aim. All of
The-
that. It's all. Imagine like the plan that went through his head.
Yeah. And the
That-
timing
that-
is just crazy too, because before that happened, he was trying to answer back a question that someone had about gun violence and all that stuff. And look what happened.
The guy that was on the mic was debating Charlie Kirk at the time. He said he was trying to prove that his side, the left, basically, because he's a leftist, he's just trying to prove that the left is not violent with guns and all that stuff. He was trying to prove that point.
That is such an illogical point. How can you even? I don't even
I know,
understand.
but the thing is that he was saying that he was trying to prove that point, and then that happened like immediately afterward, and then he's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Yeah, after he responded back with a follow-up question, it happened like that. I'm just saying, like, the timing of that is just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's obviously what happened is upsetting, but what's been rage inducing and hard for me to keep down is the reactions and seeing people.
You know, Charlie Kirk, I think I don't know his exact quote, but I'm just gonna paraphrase it. He said, "You can know someone based on the reaction of like when someone dies, like based on
Yes.
how they react to when someone dies. That's
Yeah.
what he said like a while ago.
And here's the crazy part, Monkey. Why is all the people that's celebrating looks exactly like the description the Bible described how demons look like? They look just like that.
We already covered that earlier because this is
Yeah,
beyond the physical realm. This
Did
is
you all see?
but
Did you
can't
all
they
see
just be-
the?
Why do they have to look like
so
I've seen everything.
So we heard and seen
Yeah,
everything.
not
So
today.
the bullets case thing, he's using. There's one thing where he says is fascist or catch this fascist or something like that or
Yeah.
fascist. So basically,
He's
just
just
three
that
bullets.
just that
Three
evidence
casings to have
alone,
that.
just that evidence alone proves that he thinks Charlie Kirk is fascist, and we all know only one side
Yeah.
believes that, right?
Anti-fascist.
Yes.
Antifa.
So, and then there's another
The second
engraving or
casing.
wording that talking about the Bella Ciao, which is a song that
Bella Ciao,
people
Bella
used to
Ciao,
sing
something like
to people used to sing as a what is it called, as a way to like counter anti-fascist burn during Nazi Germany. But the anti-fascist people, they actually use that song in multiple events. So those two things leads to basically you can assume that this guy is part of those camp because
Yeah, the other one
those
don't
two
worry
things.
about. It's clown.
that. The third one is
The
clown.
other one's
Third one is
clown.
hella clown. It's stupid.
What the one about the one about
Yeah.
Yeah.
bulge with the fairy or the furry.
yeah, that's
Well,
the
not
fir-
even that. There's another one that's like he's super filler. It's
oh,
like
the
Oh,
gay
if
thing.
you read
If
this,
you- if
you're
you read this,
blank
you're-
and
Yeah.
LMNAO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's filler.
What's LMNAO?
I don't know.
I just
But
know
here's-
LMAO.
You know the concept.
Here's the stupid, ironic part. A fascist is someone who silenced someone else for their opinion.
Yeah.
And that's
And-
exactly what these people are.
That's what they
Again,
did.
I say they do not know the definition of that word. They just use it like it's just
Like-
a word.
but
They don't understand it. They just
Like-
use it.
imagine
like
going,
saying it.
imagine making that the core belief of your system, of your life, whole existence. Make that the core belief. But the
Be
core
against
belief,
That's why they
You-
don't have a belief because
hold on, the
what they
core
believe
belief
in
is you are against anyone who silences other for their opinion. But that is what
But then
you've been
you
doing.
silence other for their opinion.
That right there is clown. Right there. That right there is clown.
which is why they don't have any beliefs because what they believe in
Yes.
doesn't
So
exist.
your comments going through,
We see your
we seen your comments. It's just we're just randomly talking here. So
And I've watched a little bit of that interview as well. Like I
Yeah.
said, we I'm pretty sure we all have seen everything up to date until like an hour ago.
Yeah, I watched the FBI. I watched the announcement live at work today.
yeah.
But
Also, here's another problem. Let's say the target that they're going after are fascists, like legit fascists. They silence anyone who dare speak their mind, so they want to take them down. It should not be their job to take anyone down. They're
No.
vigilant. They're vigilant. Let's say the killer. Let's say this is another scenario, completely a fictional scenario. Let's say that person kill a fascist. That other person, what do they consider themselves a hero? That's not how it works.
right.
Well, Batman was like that.
But he wasn't a killer,
Well,
and he was also vigilant. He knows that.
tell that to Zack Schneider.
He operates in the dark at night. This
The
guy just did
problem-
it in broad daylight.
listen, Zack
The
Snyder
problem, is
version.
the problem is these people are claiming they're fighting to protect the system because that's why they're taking care of getting rid of fascists. But the problem is they're not even going by the law.
No, like we've been saying,
working outside of the law.
like we've been saying, they're anti-fascist but acting like fascists.
Yeah.
That's
So also, if they're anti-fascist, shouldn't they be working with the law? Because the law job is to make sure fascists don't exist. So why don't they work with the law?
Because they're canceled.
don't believe in it.
Defund
They-
the police.
The
I'm
funny,
so confused.
don't even-
Anti-fascist, but then they like
silence.
socialism. I don't get it.
they're anti-fascist, but
I
they
don't- I don't
silence anyone.
they're
who-
Nothing-
anti-fascist.
nothing
but
makes
they
sense with
follow,
them.
But they follow communist.
I don't.
when it comes to common sense and logic, don't worry about them because
I-
it never makes sense. You can't fix that side.
Oh,
Oh, here's another
weird.
Here's another logic on that department that don't make sense. There are no such thing as a woman, except there are trans women.
I don't understand.
That's their logic. That's their
at
logic.
all.
Yeah,
That's their
Here's a
logic. They
question.
don't believe they're in woman, but they believe men can turn to woman. But how
Here's-
can men turn to the thing that they don't believe
this
exists?
this is why you can't really. There's no going back.
Here's a question for you guys. Okay, so the left is mainly pro-abortion, right?
Mhm.
Sure.
So if they're pro-abortion, why are
Oh,
they
shit.
fighting so hard
Oh.
for immigrant babies? What? Oh shit! What?
No, it's fine.
No,
Carry
nothing,
on.
nothing.
It glitched out for a bit. I was scared too.
Oh, okay. Then why are they fighting so hard for immigrants' babies to have rights?
Yeah,
I don't
They
know.
don't even know
They're
what they're fighting
canceling
for.
their
Man.
own argument.
yeah.
They're
I
confused.
mean,
they don't know what they're
okay,
fighting
these
for.
are the people, like, these are like the people who have LGBT flags and Palestine flags next to each other, even though the other side don't like you.
They don't
So,
approve of us.
Also, these are the same people that believe in like multiple gender, 50 gender, 80 gender, but don't believe in straight. That shit's fucked.
it's also funny. I was reading the other day that someone's like, if there's multiple gender more than two, then how come when you're going for a transitional change, there's only two selection, a
Yeah.
male or a female?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
why
know,
can't,
when
you,
you- when you
why
go
can't you
for-
transition to a unicorn or something?
Uh-huh. Like doctors can't make you become a unicorn. Well, except that centipede guy, human
Centipede
centipede.
Man is pretty
He can
cool.
actually make you turn to a centipede for real.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the sick part is that happened to someone in real life. Like someone,
Yeah. It's a
someone-
sick world. Sick
someone
world.
did that whole thing in real life.
If you can
It's-
think
it's-
of it,
there's
it's
a lot
already
of
done.
good. That's the thing that sucks. So there's a lot of good in the world, but there's also a lot of crazy, evil shit in the world.
Hope you guys are doing good. Thank you, Misty. We
Yeah.
are doing.
She's talking to Celeste, not us.
Fuck.
Bro,
Yeah.
you don't care about
Good
you,
vibes out the
dumbass.
window.
She didn't say you guys.
Yeah,
I thought I
there was
read
no-
that too. I thought I saw guys. Damn.
She didn't
You
say
are
you guys.
stupid.
I
You
only
guys
see that. I only see that
got
comment. I didn't see the one on top of that.
Man, you're
Nobody
a
likes
narcissistic
you.
fascist.
Oh, we're doing great, by the way. Thanks for asking.
That shit is so funny.
No, she said she mean y'all too. See?
There. Okay, you got
Okay,
your
I'm-
see,
I'm
okay.
I'm
Thank
butthurt
thank
now.
you,
I'm
Misty,
not
for
even
saving
gonna
us
fake it.
from being stupid. All right.
I'm offended.
Thank you for saving us.
But JD was pretty cool though. He flew
JD Vance is
the
pretty cool.
the casket. He flew the body back.
JD is kawaii.
I
He has
mean,
eyeliner.
Look, if the wife says JD
has
is cool, if Charlie's wife said JD is cool, then it's fine for us to say JD is cool.
JD is cool.
JD is cool.
I don't know any of them personally, but I think they're all cool.
Yeah, I think he look kawaii.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I
Yeah.
personally
He's
think he
chubby
look
and he has
kawaii.
eyeliner. It's kind of kawaii. He's like
It
an
look
anime.
kinda
All those,
kawaii.
even all those memes too. It's just funny to look at.
No,
And what's great about him? Sometimes he shares those memes too. It's
Yeah, like
check
when
it out.
people
And it's
make fun of him with
excuse me.
memes, he share it and laugh at. So
shares
that
it
means
and
he has a
laughs at
good sense of humor as well.
Sense of
that I
humor goes a long
respect.
way.
Yeah.
Because without sense of humor, I mean, if you don't have a heart, you don't have a sense of humor. That's why the other side is always so problematic when it
There's
comes
no
to
sense of
meme
humor.
and
They have
stuff.
no sense
They
of
have
humor.
no soul at all.
Which
They
is
can't-
ironic because they're clowns. They have
Maybe
multiple hair
that's
color, but
maybe
they can't
that's
have
the
sense of
problem.
humor.
Maybe that's their problem. They don't have any souls. Maybe that's their
They,
problem.
yeah,
That's
we've
true.
been
They don't have
saying
any
that.
hearts.
They're
that's for
kind of
sure.
like Sam in that one Sam and Dean season where Sam lost his
Nah,
soul
that's stupid.
and he go become alcoholic monkey. That's how cliche it was. He has
got
no
beat
soul.
up.
He become a drunk because he
Holy
has no
shit,
soul.
Mister! You donate to. Hold on a second.
We could still earn
Hold on a
donations. That's
second, hold on a
crazy.
second.
Dang.
I don't even know if we have anything linked up to our YouTube to get that money.
Doesn't matter. I get $1. I get $1. I feel bad for the
Oh,
guy who
shit.
gets 99
I don't even know
cents.
how do you even
Monkey is
like,
gonna get the
redeem that?
99 cents.
I'll take
Or
No,
like,
I think it
cash
probably
out.
it probably add up to our Google AdSense account, which I haven't logged into like 100 years.
That doesn't go to
feel
Monkey
better
or
now.
Eisen. That goes to me, King Mean, and Cypher. We're getting that jalapeno tar
Oh, wait, did we even read
jalapeno-
her message?
thing tomorrow.
That gets taxed out,
Oh,
man.
here-
You're not getting that much.
Here,
Here,
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
small
yeah,
tip to make
y'all
y'all
feel
feel
better.
better.
You do know that $4.99 is not going straight to you guys. It gets taxed out a little bit.
Okay, $49.99, and then
It's the thought that counts.
that's
It doesn't
before the
matter.
tax. So once you tax that all out, well, you get $2.
What's the zodiac sign for this year? Like snake, right? Is it a snake?
Gorilla or something.
Is it a snake?
Is it a snake or a dragon?
The
Or-
snake.
snake.
Dragon
I
was
thought it was
last
last
year.
year.
Dragon's last year.
It's a snake.
Oh,
No,
dragon.
dragon was last year. Serpent was this year.
Yeah, serpent.
Mm.
So it was a snake. What's the next animal for next year? Because whatever the next animal is like hold my beer. Because this year is wild, man. I don't know.
It's a
It
wild
is
ride.
crazy.
It's a
I hope
wild
next year
ride.
doesn't try to top this year.
No, I think it might top this year.
No, I think next. I hope next year just chill because it's America's birthday.
I know.
Just chill, man. Just
I
chill.
wanna-
Chill.
I wanna
It's
chill
like
year.
250s.
Well,
250
did it
something.
ever
Year
occur
one
to
is
you guys
crazy.
why they
So
want
much
to
shit
push this
happens.
before next year? It's because maybe they want to destroy it. Can you imagine if you destroy America on the anniversary? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
but that's the thing, though. It's like, isn't it also the most high alert security time of
You-
all the time? Because it's
You would
America's
think,
birthday.
unless there's the inside infiltrator.
No, but unless they wanted this to
Yeah,
happen.
but
1% don't care, man.
As in the puppet master. We're
yeah,
talking
the
about the puppet master.
but they.
The lizard people.
All I know is
Yeah,
that
the lizard people. You know,
man, these lizard people just gotta stop, man. They just gotta stop.
They're
they can, man.
bad.
They're freaking lizard. They
I know
can't
they're
stop.
cold blooded, but they gotta stop, man.
Yeah,
Monkeys, like
I
I don't
mean,
even know what these
they're
folks
hungry,
are talking
man.
about anymore.
We're talking
Well,
about
you're talking
lizard
about
people,
Bible,
monkey.
but also
You-
talking about the devil.
Monkey, the
Monkey,
lizards,
Monkey,
the lizard
what's on-
people
Monkey,
are in the
what-
Bible. Okay?
Literally page 1 of the Bible.
You got like
page
3
1.
voices going on.
Hold on.
Crazy.
Monkey, page 1 of the Bible. The dragon got kicked down from the heavens or some shit, right? The dragons, man, those damn lizard.
Genesis.
Yeah. Those lizard people.
I'm aware
Monkeys,
what
I
the
never
first
read that
book of the
chapter.
Bible is.
Monkeys, like I never read that chapter.
No, well,
It's
didn't they
Rodimus.
talk
I
about
know what you
the
do.
beast or the dragons or the beast fell from the heaven, something like that?
There's got to be some verse like that.
There's
in
got to be
there.
something like that. Unless you go back and read, it says the lion fell down from the sky. Because Mandela, remember?
It wouldn't even make sense if it was a lion.
Dude, it stopped making sense for a while now.
That's true.
I mean, forget how to train a dragon. It's how to train your dragon.
All right, closing statement. We done? Let's go, Monkey. Closing statement of this whole issue.
Good vibes.
Good vibe. Send out a good vibe.
Hold on,
before we
Mon-
go.
Wait,
What?
what she
Hold on.
say? One of
Misty
you
said
send me
give
your
her
zeal
Zelle
or
and she'll
something.
send the money directly, but we don't have Zelle either.
I
I never
don't
even
know
heard
Yeah,
of
we
it.
don't have
Zelle.
Zell.
Is that an Indian Zelle?
Zell, no, Zell is like
Zell
a
is the
banking
money.
thing. It has its internal like banking thing, like Wells Fargo and stuff.
That
But
shit's
no,
funny. You
Yeah.
always got sneaky.
I've used it
something.
before, but no, I'm not gonna bother with that.
I have Venmo, but I think
It's
I deleted
okay,
that
Mister.
too.
You don't have to send us.
You don't have
Like,
to send us
you
anything.
don't have to
We're
send
a
us
bunch of assholes
nothing.
anyway.
We don't have to
We're
send us
just-
anything.
Just send good vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Or if you have a hot lady friend, then on the
It's
house.
always the ladies' friend.
Facts.
On the house.
We'll,
Like
we'll,
it.
Hashtag on the house.
we'll swap a vessel real quick. Monkey shake his
Fizzing's all about the swapping vessels.
Because you
huh?
don't. You're not a
He-
sinner.
he
because we're
swapped
not
like
your
a- like it's a
original body.
cartridge.
Dude,
We're
if I
all
could swap,
sinners.
if I could
We're all
swap vessel,
sinners.
I
It
wouldn't
doesn't
even
matter
need this
what
ninja avatar. I would
Yeah,
use my new
he
vessel.
will
right
show
now,
off
be
his
like,
face,
hey,
like,
lady.
check it out, ladies. I'm 20
I gotta
years
take
young.
out my shirt, show
All right.
like
Let's
muscle.
end it on a good vibe. Go,
Monkey,
Monkey.
good
All
vibe.
you. The house is yours.
Monkey is writing a speech right now.
I am not writing a speech.
All right, speak from your heart, then.
Enlighten us.
Come on, we Asian, Monkey. We don't do these
That's
shit.
all I really have to say. You know, it's just important to honor Charlie's memory, and anything more than words is not what he would want. And same for Iryna. Everyone that's been lost in the shootings. You know, just pray for their families, pray for this country. We're at a boiling point, and you know, let's just hope things get better before they get worse.
Yeah, it's just prayer to those who didn't deserve it.
For sure, for sure.
Amen, bro.
Also,
For sure.
I don't know if we can listen to it on here or not, so I'm just going to tell you, Tom McDonald has a new song out called Charlie. Download it, listen to it. It's a hard song to listen to. It'll tear you up, but it's a really good song. It's a really good tribute, and go on his Spotify or whatever and download Charlie. It's a great song. That's all I got.
Thanks, Chloe. No, that was good, man. That was good. Because I
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
if
know.
you
I don't know
feel-
how to talk about stuff like this, man. I don't know.
If after all these events that has happened recently, like if you're feeling any sort of like heartache, stress, this
You can call
sadness,
Eisen.
Reach
no,
out
no,
to
no,
us.
no,
Reach
no,
out to us.
no. Just like any weird feeling you have, it just means that you have a heart.
Eisen
Yeah,
is gonna
that-
have a new thing called the Unalive.
No, I don't have
hotline. Hotline.
I don't have a
Unalive
hotline, dog. This
It
ain't
used to
G
until
plus.
it used to until G plus shut down.
G plus shut down. I got
It's,
on house stuff there. But
Yeah, no,
anyways.
definitely. I like times like these. All you can do is reach out to a friend, give them a hug,
Yeah.
go outside, touch grass, or touch whatever you want to touch. Just not
No,
inappropriately.
not whatever you want to touch. That's
Well, not inappropriately. Okay.
Yeah,
Hold on,
really,
next-
if this has just impacted you in any way, and like
Touch things
it's a
that's
spiritual thing.
non-inappropriate. Inappropriately?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know what we're
Good
talking
God.
about.
why do we have to
Can
touch
we
things?
stop now?
Hold on. Misty said next year is year of the horse, so there's gonna be a lot of high horsemen. Hold on. Either
That's
either it's
Kingman's
gonna be
year.
either it's gonna be a high horse year or as a horseman of the apocalypse year. That's gonna
Oh,
be
Oh,
wild.
Oh, man,
shit.
we're gonna jump the horse.
I don't
Either it's
know,
gonna
man.
be
That's tough.
either it's gonna be the high horse year where everything is gonna be go well spiritually and physically, or a horse of the apocalypse, horseman of the apocalypse. That's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
not the mutants, but
Yeah.
the
Oh, I was thinking apocalypse and yeah,
No, we're
Archangel
not.
and all that.
No, we're not
Yeah,
thinking
it's
about that.
cool.
We're talking about the actual horsemen. Of
I
the
always
apocalypse.
fear pestilence.
I mean,
the
if the
most,
horsemen
man.
do show up, he better bring his proper his original lineup. Because
Yeah.
the new one's weird. It has 2 conquest and war. They're the same.
yeah. Conquest War,
Yeah, I don't
those are
get
the
that.
thing. If you look in the thesaurus, those are words that are too similar to be used as different things.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it shouldn't be used.
But
Yeah.
all right,
All
anybody
right.
got any other parting shots? Oh, geez, parting thoughts. Sorry.
No,
you just did. I
I-
think
I-
you just
Yeah.
did. And
Yeah, you
you said
it
everything
all.
that needed to be said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'd just say,
You know,
reach
it's
out
just
to your
good
family, your
vibes.
friend, just make sure everybody's okay and show some compassion. Be a human. Be a
Just
respectable
everybody.
human.
Just be safe.
Yeah.
You know.
Take care of one another. Make sure you eat well. Make sure you sleep and get enough rest because that could also sometimes affect your mental.
For real. Because the other day, man, like 2-3 weeks ago, I didn't sleep because Nano Banana came. I didn't sleep. I got 30 seconds of sleep. I woke up,
Gotta
got
sleep, man.
disease for 3 weeks. Man.
Yeah.
Them COVID was strong.
It's important. It's important.
And then
COVID,
man.
with lack of sleep, you start seeing things too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
For real.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
That's all we got. That's all we
Oh,
can do,
God.
man. All people can do. All human can do. you
I
know?
personally don't know
Gotta do the
him.
best you can.
Just
I personally
sit
don't know
down,
her either.
think, relax,
And
reflect.
it doesn't matter. But in the end, it's a human lives
Just
that gone
gone,
just like that for
too
no
young.
reason. All I can say is respect and rest
All-
in peace.
All we can say is that their spirit is in a better place, and that's
For
not just
real.
a saying. That's
real.
not a saying.
That's a knowing.
That's a knowing.
Yeah.
That's a
fact.
knowing.
That's a fact. Their spirit is in a better place.
Yep. He's in a
Fucking
much better place than
Shithole ass Earth.
Because
All of
Earth,
those who
because
lost
you cannot
their
make the
lives.
argument and the debate that Earth is better. No place is better than Earth. Nah.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been to other planets. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we're not talking about planets. We're talking about
Planet is just
Oh,
realms, too.
realms.
Realms.
we're talking about
Yeah. Okay. Well,
plane of existence.
yes, plane of
Outworld.
existence.
Outworld is pretty bad.
It's
No, we're
pretty
not
bad.
talking about Outworld either.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're basically 2 hours in.
Monkey need to do a part 2 in order to clean the palette of what we just did.
it's gonna repeat.
Monkey said
you
what he
know
needed
this.
to say. It was good. There was an
that's
intermission.
good.
and
I'm
I'm
sorry.
we
I'm
need a
sorry.
hard reset on this outro.
No, everything.
The
is
outro
good.
had an
Everything is good.
intermission. That's the problem.
Oh,
It
we're
was
so
an
ba-
outro
we're so
already.
back.
Not knowing how to end is our thing, okay? Not knowing how to
I
do
ended it. You
We're
guys
so back.
That's kept going.
We ended it until monkeys start turning green, and then we're in a matrix.
It is green. What the fuck?
love to everyone.
Yeah,
Hope
thank you,
everyone stays
Misty.
safe and well.
You
Thank
too.
you, Misty.
Thank you.
You guys too.
Thank
Guys,
you.
too.
Same
Thank
goes
you.
to Rachel.
Thank you to all the people that were here.
Yeah, who's
Chloe,
all the people since we did
Mystic,
yeah,
Celeste,
Chloe, Misty, Celeste.
Kelsey,
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelsey.
and everybody else that's probably watching this. Everybody, all you 500 people that's watching this in silence, and
Yeah.
you don't want to say anything.
real.
You don't have anything to say. That's fine too. You don't have to say anything.
All
But
you people that's non-algorithm.
Yeah.
all you people that's not a bot, you guys are all welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
be kind to each other, and thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and hopefully our next chat is a little bit more lively, a little bit more
Her message is 11:11.
And hopefully the next time, when we do a reaction, it would actually be uploaded to our channel.
Yeah.
So
Because the last one did from 3
because
months
the
ago.
last-
And
the
then
last
the
time
last
we-
one was 3 months ago.
I
never
can
made it.
guarantee you, majority of us just forgot about it.
It's deleted. It's deleted.
Did you just upload it?
the last one never made it to our
Even
channel.
see, Monkey didn't even notice. It never got uploaded.
It's a thing, man.
That's funny. All right, everybody. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Be safe
Good
out
night.
there.
Thank you.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.